paused. I don't know why. There it goes. We're live.
You can't see me, or can you? I'm John Cena all of a sudden, except I'm not bald and like I'm not very muscular at all.
Balding.
Yeah, you're John Cena over there. So there you go.
Yeah, right.
Between the two of us for John Cena,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe. I don't know who's got the
I
physique,
don't
but
think the two of us. I don't think the two of us together could beat up John Cena.
no, I don't think 40 of us could beat up John Cena. I don't think the four of us on this stream could beat up
No,
John
now
Cena.
who was it that was asking us about fighting toddlers or
Oh,
something
that
in the
was me.
stream?
I
That
think
was
that was
me.
me. I sort of started that conversation.
Did you?
Oh, okay.
I was
so
talking
yeah.
about something else, and someone just changed it completely. I don't know
So,
what.
so let
Oh,
me ask you
yeah.
this: do you think the four of us could beat John Cena together?
No way.
No,
If
probably
you had a
not.
baseball bat, maybe you'd be right.
I'm not confident.
So we have guests tonight. If you didn't know, if you weren't paying attention, we've got some guests.
We do. We have a couple of, well, not newbies, but we got some new blood for the stream.
Absolutely not newbies. These guys have been around town.
We got Magoo and Matt, who is Lindsay Park. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, actually, I got to post the attendance, but I'm going to go ahead and let you guys, Magoo, I'm going to let you kind of introduce yourself.
And introduce your horse back there, by the way.
Yeah. And,
Oh, okay.
Just have at it. Tell us how you found the game, what you like about the game, what you hate about the game, minus me.
Well,
and yeah.
All right, Frank, shut up for a minute.
Love it. I wish I could say that, but I can't because yeah. Okay, go for it, Gooey.
Well, it's like my 19th anniversary coming up this week. So I've been in the game for a long, long time. The thing I love about it is I really want to congratulate Mike, especially on making such a great game.
Thank you.
Look, you have a love-hate relationship with the game.
I
Sometimes
do.
you hate it. Doing entries can be boring, but it's something that everyone can play. You don't have to pay for it. And, sometimes it keeps people sane. I mean, I don't know how many people got stuck during COVID. We were probably the most locked up city in the world, and we just sat here playing DerbyFever all the time, So, also, the horse in the background there, that was my horse, Wichita Star. He won that side. He won the Warrnambool Cup, which is happening again this weekend. That was about 2 years ago. He beat Sydney Cup winner Nerve Not Verve, so it was a pretty good win. It's a listed stakes race, so it was worth $250,000, I think, when he won. So he won quite a lot of money over a short period of time, and he only cost $10,000, and I owned 1%. I owned 1%, and it cost me $100 for my share.
That's amazing. You didn't tell me he was like that cheap a horse. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
He was bought as a tried horse, and the trainer hadn't looked after him very well, so he hadn't had his teeth done for 2 or 3 years and stuff like that. And we got him in. They filled him up with some kind of drug or something to get him back together. We waited for 6 months because the drugs aren't allowed to be in the system. Tried to get him back on track, and he did it. He did his leg in the first prep, and then the second prep he came out and just kept winning race after race.
That's that's a seriously amazing story. I'm not just tooting your horn. I would love to see that in the Black Type Bugler. I don't think I've seen that in the Black Type Bugler. Have you written that for that?
No, I wrote about another horse, but she won a Group 1, but I won't. Everyone knows about that one, so I won't say any more about it. But yeah, no, he was really, really special to us because we won an absolute fortune from him. And even that day, I mean, we backed him in from $17 to $8 when he won. So, that's, when you love, I just love buying and having a horse all the time. I have to have the best one. So.
That's a great story. Now, Lindsay Park, Matt, can you beat that?
I haven't had as much success owning horses as Magoo. I've had a couple, but I had one that won I was in a big syndicate with about 20,000 other people, I reckon. There was a horse called Sam Sung a Song that won the Group 3 Liverpool City Cup, in Sydney. That was a bit of a thrill, and he did run in the Emirates Stakes on Derby Day in Melbourne, so which was good. Got the members that day for that one. I had another one by Shamadale, called, what was it called? Shamtastic, it was called. But she ran her first race and didn't do too well. Ran a second race and bolted in, and then went to the paddock for a spell. Got in a fight with another horse and destroyed her leg and never raced again. So I was like,
I'm so. I thought you were joking about the fight. I mean, like, I thought it was just like a gnawing fight. There's a horse in Churchill that used to like. His name is King Jacques. He'd always like try to bite other horses, but no, I mean, you're talking a serious fight.
Oh no, you got her leg caught in the fence and ripped.
Oh shit! I'm sorry to hear that.
She survived, but she's had a few foals since. But yeah, never raced again, which was disappointing. But that's racing, I guess, isn't it? Things happen. But yeah. But as for the game, I've been playing for. I just had a look back to some of my old horses. I think when the race start, 2001, I had in there. So
okay.
I'm one of the early adopters, I think. So
yeah, definitely.
That doesn't mean I think. The week numbers were in the 700s, I think, or maybe even earlier when I started.
Yeah.
So. But back in the days, when you could get when you got allocated 5 horses just out of a pool or whatever it was.
You're an old school guy then, for sure.
Turn shit into clay or whatever it was, and so it was good. I enjoyed it.
Let me ask you this: did you enjoy when the terrible horse names? For those original horses with the computer chemical. Yeah, AI wasn't a thing. I promise you that. It was literally me with a random like name generator that was awful, but it was kind of funny sometimes.
Yeah. I had some good ones. One of my best horses was a horse called Tolerant Bride. I don't know how that
one of my favorite early horses, I think I got him in my original draw, was a mining horse named Ongoing Tune. And I was like, that's a nice little name. But they were also like some of the horses like I didn't own, but I remember there were some really bad horse names. But one of like the worst, just awful, Can on the Candles. It's like, what does that even mean? Yeah, my game, not good at naming horses. Yeah, AI was not. Of course, AI does some shit stuff too. Let's just be honest. It can't even do simple mathematics. But I won't get onto an AI ring. So
yeah, so it's been fun. It's great. As Magoo said, I've enjoyed the game. A lot of people take breaks in the game. I don't think I ever have. I think I've been the longest break. I probably took a month off when I travelled overseas, sort of thing. And I still set my horses, and if I had a chance to get near the internet, I'd chuck a few in. But like never gone on and off, sort of thing. As in, put more horses in one week, not so many the other weeks. But I don't think I've ever stopped. Some people go away for a few years and come back, but I kept ticking.
So now you were obviously in Australia. So when you say overseas, where'd you go? That could be anywhere.
Well, I went first in year 2000. I went and did Europe, and Britain and Ireland and everything. Did a tour over there for about I was over there for about 2 months or so, and then met a few people on that tour and ended up doing a tour. Coming back over and flew into LA and then up to Canada and did all of Canada and that area. So I haven't done much of the States yet, which I still want to do, but I haven't been back there yet. Kids get in the way of that sort of thing. So they're starting to grow up now. So hopefully I better get a bit more travel back in again. So
good deal. Well, that's awesome. I love to have especially a couple like veterans. I mean, you guys have both been here between two of you 40 years. So I've only been doing this 26, so it's pretty good.
You're making me feel old.
Well, if you add enough numbers together, you can get to a really high number. I mean, so I added 2 people together. That's not fair. So,
sorry, I forgot to thank Frank before as well. I mean, he's great customer service.
Frank's amazing.
I'm great customer. Oh, you're crazy. I'm not great customer service. I think it's
he's opposite. Better than any. I will say this, and we'll talk about this as we go on. But I can promise you this: Frank is a whole hell of a lot better customer service than Microsoft and Azure are. So we'll talk about that later, or as we go on.
If Frank had hair and glasses, he could be Dwight off The Office.
That's true. I may have to do a little cosplay one stream. Dress up as
that'd be amazing.
Dwight Schrute. But no, I'm actually a better coder than I am at customer service. So there's that. But one thing we might as well just get into the housekeeping stuff real quick, Mike, since it came up. But let me do this real quick. So the BTB has 2 races that still need coverage this week for Derby weekend. It's the Calgon Turf Sprint and the Kentucky Distaff. Both races are on Friday. The pay for those races is 1,700 credits each. So if you're interested,
Like a sore dick, you can't beat it.
You're in rare form tonight. So if you're interested in writing them up, make sure you contact Spin or post over in the BTB forum or the thread rather. Sorry, I'm just reading Spin's message now. Also, the BTB is sponsoring a contest around the Derby with credit and horse prizes. Details will be posted on the contest forum. So check the forum if you want to write. Check the forum if you want to take part in the contest. And the best way, as always, to support the BTB is to comment on the stories. That lets the people know you're reading them. It shows great appreciation for the writers. So please take the time to comment on the stories, as that kind of makes the world go around a little bit in the game anyway. And then the other thing that we had to get to today is what has Mike been up to this last week? So
yeah, this is boring.
This is going to kind of be boring, but it needs to be said because we ran into a bit of a wall this week, and it was a wall that we had to actually knock down a lot sooner than we wanted to.
Yeah, we're slowly chipping away at it. So I'll try to keep this under 2 minutes because this gets a little bit deep in the coding, and I know you guys hate that shit. I've been working, of course, heavily on trying to rewrite and get rid of, you guys hear about the VBA stuff. This is old Visual Basic stuff, moving to Python. I was really doing some really good work. And then I got an alert from Microsoft that said my subscription had expired for our database. Now, what does that mean? The good news is the database isn't going away. That's cool. So not for a year and a half. The bad news is that, and I'm going to try to get through this in 30 seconds or less. We use MariaDB. Microsoft is getting rid of MariaDB. We have a subscription that saves us about 67%, but we can't renew the subscription because they're getting rid of MariaDB. So all of a sudden, I'm paying about 150% more for our fucking database than I was. Not cool. I'll just say that. Not cool. So now what we plan on doing is kicking this down the road closer to the year and a half. That's not going to happen. I'm literally like, that's my number one priority because I don't like spending a whole shit ton of money that we don't have to spend as a game. So now I'm like trying to refactor a whole bunch of stuff from MariaDB back to MySQL. I can explain why that's a little harder than if you like read on the internet. They're not completely interchangeable. 100%, promise you that. But hopefully sometime either between Derby and Preakness or between Preakness and the New Yorker. Like I said, Derby and Preakness. Let me see. Bluegrass Derby and the Middle Jewel and the Middle Jewel and the New Yorker. Sometime between those two, we're going to be on the new database. That's the goal. A lot of work, but we're getting there. So,
yeah. So in other words, we're lifting and shifting right now, which
a whole bunch of lifting and shifting that we plan on slowly kicking down the road. But it's like trying to kick a can, but then realizing the can is a can full of paint and it hurts your fucking toe. So yeah, that's exactly what happened. We were kicking the can and no, that shit didn't work.
Yeah, so it kind of derailed us from the rewrite a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
This is something.
It was going to have to happen, though.
Yeah, it was going to have to happen one way or the other. So I guess it's kind of good that we're taking care of it now as opposed to being up against it. But we get this taken care of, then we go back to the rewrite and, hopefully finish that out, by the end of the year. And then start.
Well, not the internet, not the front end rewrite. That's going to take some time. We'll slowly roll that in. But yeah, the rewrite should be done even if I get the database lifted and shifted. The rewrite still should be done by July. And then I'm taking a little bit of time off because you know what? Coding nonstop kind of sucks. Most coders won't tell you that, but I'm too old to fucking pull punches, and I've been doing this too long. Coding, not a whole lot of fun. And coding's actually more fun than like dealing with like infrastructure and shit, like dealing with like databases and stuff. Nobody likes doing that shit. Whoever tells you they like doing that shit, they're just lying. They're liars. They're filthy, dirty liars.
He's right. They are. They're full of shit.
But that's what I'm doing for the next like few weeks. So.
I did turn my mic up. I don't know if it's still low or not. I don't know if you can tell a difference or not, but I was tinkering.
You sounded fine. I mean, like, I
was tinkering with my sound before, but I was trying to get rid of all the background noise. But
is your boy in there watching his movie?
He's down there watching his movie. I don't know what he's watching, but he's down there watching something. So I haven't heard my wife yell at him yet, so all must be good.
Francis.
Indeed. So let's see. Oh, also, I forgot to mention this, but if anybody wants to write a different race preview, there's elevated pay for those as well.
Talk to Spin and Roxy Ken. We'll take care of it.
Talk to Spin and Ken. Post on the BTB call out thread and call your race out, and they'll take care of you as far as credits are concerned.
So we've got guests. We've got a chat room probably full of hot takes.
We do.
I have no idea. So I guess we should.
Supposed to be here. So we want to know where Jono is, and if anyone can contact Griffith Police Station on 000, you might find him.
Well, he's probably got his hot water bottle, mate, and his chicken soup, and he's all like tucked up. He's got the chickens. He's probably got chicken soup.
Well, in the words of Magoo, Jono's being a soft cock right now. So.
Oh.
That was the kind message that Magoo sent me and Jono this morning when I was telling him.
Kind message. You don't want to know what the unkind message said.
Oh no, that's just a love tap right there.
Well, the thing is, we all want to receive free shit, so
Oh, I know. I'm here for it. I'm here to give the free shit out.
Yeah, Jono, we're going to give you let's see what time is it. You've got 30 minutes to get in here to get free shit. After that, if you come in here, you're just it sounds like you're just trying to get free shit so that you don't get free shit then.
Yeah, Mike.
What about if he gets here in 30 minutes, he can get his flying spur share if he gets here.
I would say this. If Jono shows up tonight, even if it's with 1 minute to go, I'll give him a flying spur share.
If Jono doesn't show up, I'll give him 3 flying spur shares. As far as the sound is concerned, guys, I don't have any control over the other guys. It's all based off of their system. So if Mike's coming in loud, that's because Mike.
Yeah, I can turn down. I think
Mike is loud. If
I am loud.
If the other guys come in soft, that's because they're coming in soft. I can't control that. I can only control me.
Yeah, the ladies. All right, I'll take my volume down here. Is that a little better? Are we a little more even now?
Sound fine to me. I mean,
okay, I'll bring my volume down.
I enjoy loud Mike.
I'm rambunctious.
I love it.
I see you wearing that shirt again.
Who, my shirt? I could go get a different shirt. I've got a whole. You know what? This is one of my favorite shirts.
Yeah.
I pulled a special shirt. I pulled a special shirt for this because it's the Orphan Racing.
We got the swag.
One of
very
one.
Nice.
It's the only one that exists, and probably the only one that ever will exist.
You know what? I will say this. Yeah, I mean.
Well, did you get $10 in Kohl's cash for that shirt? Because that's what Mike got on his.
No.
This is a fucking I forget the name of it. This has got the nice sleeves. Look, I got the flip up collars or this is not a cheap shirt. Now I bought it on eBay used. I'm not gonna lie, it cost me $12. But new, this is an expensive ass shirt. Why you gotta hate on my used shit?
I'm just fucking with you.
Do you put in the what are they called? The things that you put in your
cufflinks?
Cufflinks.
I don't fuck with that.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't fuck with that. I'm sure this is actually probably meant for something like that. But yeah, it's it's just a typical ass shirt, but it's got a surprise in the middle. See, you flip up the collar, or you flip up the little. Yeah, see, I got a little love here.
Excuse me.
So
beautiful.
Yeah, and I got if you see the collar back here is a little different. See, I got some stuff going on here.
So we're gonna open this up for anybody who's got questions for Magoo or Lindsay Park,
or if they have questions for us. I mean,
we'll let you guys for us too. There's that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If one of you guys has a quick question for us while we're letting the chat room run, we'll do that. So
I see a question from Dunnyville. no, me and Lindsay Park have never met until now, even though we are in the same res and we call each other Karens all the time. It's the first time we've actually seen each other in person.
We've spoken before, but never seen each other in person. No.
So you're both disappointed? I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you. Everybody's disappointed to see me for the first time, so I just had to throw that out. He's like, I knew you were ugly, but come on, man. How do you get married?
We're not all as good looking as Rob.
Nobody can be that good looking.
Handsome Rob.
Very few people can be that good looking. So,
all right, we got. Let's see. Jono is at the Short Man World Championships. I spoke with him yesterday. He has electrical dramas at work. Oh, I guess he's not joining us then.
Feelings mutual, Chips.
Dunville wants to know, do you guys have favorite Australian sires that you use in the game?
Do you go, Magoo? You want to go first? Yeah.
Probably Fastnet Rock. Unfortunately, I think it got pensioned yesterday. From what I heard, somebody said that. Always a Lonhro fan. But he probably wasn't as good a sire as he was a racehorse. Yeah, they're the main ones, I suppose. I'd say Spirit of Boom. I've always loved Spirit of Boom, loved him as a racehorse, and I got the first Group 1 winner out of him in the game, which I was happy with. And then probably I had a bit of luck with Star Turn, was another one that sort of just wasn't big name horse, but he did well in the I've got a few good horses out of him in the sim.
All right, good deal.
Yeah.
I promise we actually and you guys can rake me over the coals and tell me I'm wrong, but we actually try to rate the Aussie horses comparable. We try to do you guys right.
I was gonna say I actually think Spirit of Boom is rated pretty well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I actually own a real Spirit of Boom, and it's a piece of crap.
Well,
it ran 7th in a maiden race the other day, and it was terrible.
Sorry, Matt. I guess we're gonna have to nerf Spirit of Boom going forward.
just here's one. That's it.
That might be the best line of anybody that's ever been on the show. I actually own a real Spirit of Boom in real life. Piece of crap.
The rest of them are good. They're actually, he throws some pretty good horses. Actually, normally he just got unlucky, Max.
Yeah.
Well, they keep talking him up, saying how good he is, but they put him on a wet track the other day, and he just floundered in the mud. So, who knows?
That's too bad.
But he's 4 years old now, and he hasn't won a race. So
he's 4 and he ain't won a race.
Nope.
Yeah, that's a little tough.
I got a lot of those.
You better.
Thanks, Mike.
Have you chopped him yet, Matthew?
Sorry?
Have you chopped him yet, like Bruce would?
Take the balls! Yeah, no. Who was it that Bill would say?
Oh.
My shares are a little bit small, so I don't get much of a say, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a beer keg Sam reference with chopping the balls, taking the balls away. Those two gild like no other.
Yeah, so in the game you may as well. I mean, honestly, you don't want to be mean to a horse, but I mean from the standpoint of it probably doesn't, from in the sim, we'll just say, yeah. If you're not going to use it as a she-male, chop the balls. Be done with it.
Especially those G horses.
Exactly. clip all the G horses. One baby T says, Mike and Frank, you guys ever going to bring the 3-man comp we used to have? I don't know what that is. What is that?
Maybe, potential. Yeah, Frank probably doesn't even know that. I like the 3-man. It was when we moved over, it became difficult to write, and that's why we kind of lost it. We lost a handful of things coming over to the rewrite. It was a matter of speed, just a matter of really a matter of just priorities, and then we run into priorities like we were saying with there's a lot that goes on in the back end that takes time. It's just like we're talking about with the database trying to moving databases. If we do it right, you guys on the front end never see it happen, or you don't ever feel any pain points. But in reality, there's a lot that goes on to make sure that it works right. will the three man ever come back? If we ever get to a point to where like it becomes a priority that we can rewrite it, absolutely. I mean, it was a fun competition. Um, there was a little bit of gamesmanship that was going on in the three man, of course. I'd like to remove a little bit of that. But yeah, I mean, like anything I can do to bring back like players interacting with one another, that was one that, it wasn't perfect, but it definitely added interaction between players. So I'm all for it. But yeah, it really is just a matter of time and priority. So yeah, I wouldn't say no. Um,
And I'm just gonna say I don't know, so I have no
yeah,
idea what
pretty
it
much
is.
what the three man was you would take three stables, and they would hook up together. So they weren't master stables; they were like sub stables or whatever. And you'd hook them up together, and they had to hit like one of every like graded
Oh, I
stakes, an
see what you're
open
saying.
stakes, an allowance, a claim. So they had to like kind of like run a gambit of like
Yeah,
hitting a whole bunch of things together.
take the gauntlet basically.
There
Yeah,
was like
so.
six categories, I think, and
Mhm.
I think I must have hit five at least 10 times and never actually won it.
Yeah, it was difficult, and it was but that was the thing, is that the idea was that you get stables working together to like, I've got some claimers, I've got a graded horse, let's get together this week. But you would see people, and that was, I think this, and Magoo, you may remember this. This was before Master Stables, right? Or was it? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I think
Yes.
Yes.
Desperado used to hit it all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so but and that's not a shame. Desperado, he was playing within the rules. But at the same time, it was like, it may be actually a lot more, maybe even a whole lot harder to hit now. Or it may actually, when I say a whole lot harder to hit, it might be easier to hit now, based on the number of stables that people have. But you'd have some people at the low end, some people at the high end. But like, if you can't work within a master stable, it's an interesting concept. I mean, I always loved it. It was a fun one. And I still think there's still like legs to the claim bandits that, we used to have, but that's a whole different animal.
That reminds me of
And
the.
I know the claim bandits and people hated them. I didn't hate them as much as people hated them, but I get why people hate them.
It
But
reminds
yeah,
me
I
of
mean, there's
the badge conversation that we were having, and the achievement stuff that we were talking about not too long ago.
Mhm. Mhm.
Similar to that.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of things that we would like to bring back in waves, but it really has. It's been, this really just shit's hard, man. I mean,
Just
like
time consuming is what it
it's
is.
time consuming. I mean, it really is. It's not that we don't want to bring stuff back. I mean, in a perfect sim world, Mike and Frank work on this full time, and we could bring you guys a whole bunch of cool shit, a whole bunch of fun. Um, but that's not
Well,
that's not really
part of the
working.
problem is technology in and of itself, right? Because it never stops. So we take one
Yeah,
step forward, and then Microsoft does something like what they did this
yeah,
past week, and now we're two steps back. So
yeah. I mean, it really is. It just shit changes, man. I mean, like, everything gets a little harder. And we want to, yeah. We could talk about that for hours. I won't do it.
oh yeah,
But yeah, no, but no. I think that the three man, just to get back to your point, to get back to the actual point, I love the contest. I thought it was one of the better contests we come up with as far as getting like the potential for cross stable collaboration. But
yeah.
we've just got a lot of other shit going on.
So in other words, hopefully we get to it in the near future.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I have a
and
question for
that's
you, Todd.
actually. Oh, and now I'll bring it back to you for a second, Magoo. Just give me
Sorry.
1 second. No, don't be sorry at all. I think I interrupted you, so I apologize. But
No,
I'm
no, no.
gonna just talk over you because I'm an asshole. Um,
Excuse me.
what we're gonna try to do again over time is give you guys a lot of information as the game progresses, and that's part of the rewrite. Is give you guys all the information, or a lot more information, as we produce it and produce it outward. So at that point, if we gave all the information to people and they could collaborate it, and they go, hey, I've got all the information now, I can run the three man. Hook up with me. I'd be like, you run the three man, I'll pay out the reward. So it's kind of like and that's where like we have to think about like, and that's a mistake I made. I won't say a mistake I made, but this is actually the way the internet's working. Is previously is like a lot of stuff you had to keep it internal, and it was hard to produce that information. it's very now cheap to produce, especially nobody cares about this blob storage. We can give you guys a whole bunch of information. If somebody wants to take that information and run these contests themselves, be like, Mike, pay this out if I can prove it, and be like, okay, I trust you. Let's do this. So yeah, we can actually produce that long term. Sorry, Magoo. So
No, that's all right. The question I had for you guys was, when are the 2-year-old claimers going to start opening up? There are 2-year-old claimers, but there's only very few at the moment.
I don't know. I guess you can probably buy them, but maybe they're not carding. I'd have to look at that. I actually don't know.
I've got plenty of G cards waiting to get into those claimers.
You have plenty of G's ready to lose to our new CPU.
Well, I figured a way around that.
Look at this. Hello.
I'm not saying anymore.
Hi-oh.
Well, to be honest with you,
Magoo Rorts.
We're probably not coding around it, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, like, and I was 100% honest with the way the CPU worked. It was really just like a rewriting of the carding. It wasn't like I was trying to, like, angle anything.
No. It was legit. All it was legitimately, like, giving
in more horses.
Yeah, giving the CPU more to draw from as opposed to the same barrel of shit it would pull from, basically.
Yeah.
So,
if anyone wants to know how to actually get around it, join Orphan Racing.
There you go.
We'll tell you.
Hey, you know what? I mean, seriously, the one thing I promise you people, it's like, I'm not out to fuck you. Neither's Frank. We're out, everybody's out here to have a good time. Now, if something gets to the point where too many people are, nobody's trying to take advantage. Everybody's just trying to play a game within the rules of the game. If you're playing within the rules of the game, you're not going to hear me argue with that. Like I was saying about the claim bandits, and this goes back to people that, I'm guessing you guys, Lindsay and Magoo, may remember the claim bandits. But that was a whole, thing. But my argument was they were playing within the rules of the game. People didn't like the way they were playing it. Maybe it was too generous to give them as much as I did. But I think there was a better way to do that than I did. I'm not going to argue that.
Yeah.
But they were playing within the rules of the game. And, as long as you're playing within the rules of the game, play within the rules of the game. If it gets to the point that somebody's getting too much of an advantage, we might change the rules. But, as long as you're not cheating.
Yeah, I think the main thing is as long as it's not like an actual exploit, right? Like if it's not like something that if it's just good strategy on your part, then it's good strategy, right?
Absolutely.
But if you've actively found something that you can exploit in the game, I don't know that you found this or not, Magoo. I'm just going to put this out there. But if you've actively found something...
I don't think he would bring that up in the chat if that was an actual...
I would hope. I mean, I don't know. He might be ballsy enough to do it, but...
what power to you then?
I would say this, like, if you did happen to find an exploit in the game, just tell us. Tell us if you found an exploit, because if it's a loophole that needs to be closed, we'll review it and we'll close the loophole. If it's something that we're like, nah, that's fair game. That's good strategy. That's how the game should be played. Then that's it.
All I gotta say is
tell you
this.
After he profits from it. That's all right.
All I gotta say is this. What I love is that, like we were talking about John being a soft cock. Magoo's got the hard cock if he's coming out here telling us he's going to exploit to us, to our face.
Magoo just gave us double middle fingers and said, try and stop me, boys.
Well, I'm the guy that's probably crashing your servers, so I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. I love that Matt's got the same kind of camera I've got where it like blows in and out. He's trying to say something.
Free stuck on cards.
There we go.
It was like hashtag free stuck on cards.
Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to keep coughing in your ear. So we did have another question here from Sabbath. Sabbath wants to know, do the Aussies like the idea of having handicap races in the game?
I'll let Matty go first.
It doesn't really worry me. Like I don't mind any. I just play to race, so it doesn't really worry me about whether it's handicap or anything. I just doesn't matter. I just play any race, so I'm not really fussy.
Okay,
if that's an easy answer for you.
I just saw a question from Beer Keg. No, I don't need blue pills, thank you.
Love it.
But whatever floats your boat, mate. Handicaps. I used to play a game called many years ago. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It was like a computer game and it had handicap races in it, and it was
Gallop racer, maybe?
really
Starters
no, it wasn't
orders.
Gallop Racer. No, I have played starters orders, but it was further back.
Okay.
I just can't think of the name. Anyway, but it's really, really hard with the handicap races. It'd be interesting to see things like the barriers actually making a difference. So when you're actually watching them go around the track, that the horses on the outside actually start to drop back because they're stuck on the outside.
Yeah.
Instead of going 10 wide into a turn.
You're right.
And even different kinds of tracks, because in Australia, most tracks are sort of roundish. In America, they're all oval, but in other parts of the world, they're all different kinds of shapes.
Yeah.
So, but it's I don't know whether it's something you guys could write into the system, but I mean, it'd take a lot to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just difficult. It's just time. You know, I mean, that's the thing with you know, again, just kind of like beat a dead horse here. Not to beat. Nobody should beat a horse live or dead. But just to like you know to beat the
good save, Mike.
yeah, I'm losing it. But no, I mean like it's just really a matter of time. I mean like in these perfect worlds, yeah, we'd have like a whole team of people writing cool games, but it really is just like Frank and I. We're just like, you know, we're doing what we can. But no, I agree with you on, you know, we'd love to give you guys more on that stuff. And as far as handicap races, I know Sabbath was asking you guys, but I'm going to jump in as I always do because I'm just an asshole. I mean, like, it's difficult with the way that the game's played. You know, a lot of people.
It can be gamed.
It can be game, but we just want to run our horses. You know, and if you get into a handicap race, it gets to the point where like your horse has a +3 weight handicap. It's like now, you know, it's like, well, I didn't expect that when I tried to enter this race, or you know, it becomes it just adds a lot of unnecessary, especially for a game. I mean, in real life, I understand why handicaps exist. That's not, I'm not saying that, but in a game, it's like we're just trying to like make the best experience for a player.
I think,
you know, so
and I think maybe the maybe the solution to this is not necessarily a handicap, so to speak, but more like giving you guys more information about what's in the race, right? Like, so maybe like a class level or something like that, a class level number where, you know, all the horses that are in a race are, you know, they factor out to be whatever algorithm we come up with or whatever equation we come up with, and that's the class level of the race. And
of course, what'll happen there, Frank? You know what's going to happen instantly.
What's that?
The best people that have their best horses are going to try to wait till the end to enter their horses because they're waiting and they're like, well, you know, I'm looking, you know. So it's like it's always this game, you know. And I think the thing is like at the end of the day, I you know, I want people to enter their horse for stakes races. I get it, you know, but you know, people are working to like get maiden races, maiden claims, low level allowance. That's cool and all. I mean, like I love that people like play the game to that degree. But you know, it's just like let's I don't want people to have to work that hard to have fun, I guess.
Well, the other thing too. Oh, sorry. With the entering and the closing off times, it's really hard if you're in different places in the world where you've got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to put your horses in.
Right, and that's
like the old click fest.
Yeah, and you know, and that's where like the you know previously it's like you know hopefully and you know you guys actually what you just mentioned now, Magoo, is actually the perfect kind of question that I'd love to ask. Is like obviously is like previously with the old game, it was like you had to enter in, and you were there for it. You enter in the week of the race, which is a lot harder. Is a lot easier for you just to enter like 3 weeks out and just be like, this is the race I want to be in and it's done? Or do you really like work and try to like wait until the week of the race?
Depends. If your horse is running in group races, well then I just enter early. If they're not, especially with claimers and other sorts of things, you put them in the week off.
Okay.
But sometimes you have to watch them. If you see something you don't like, you have to scratch.
Yeah.
So,
Is there anything, I mean, and this is like, these are the kind of questions because like I got, obviously Australia being one of our biggest, I'm reaching out here for a beer. I can't find one. It's down here somewhere, I promise you. But, asking like, Australian players is great. It's like, is there anything we could do to make it where it's a little easier for you guys? Yeah, there's Matt. Yeah, look at Matt. He's like, yes, I've got ideas over here, people. Okay, so yeah,
No,
Matt.
It's been touched on before. I know that like the different styles of racing, like in Australia, horses can back up every week after week for 4 or 5 weeks and do a full campaign like that. Whereas here, you run a horse a week and then you've got to put it aside for 4 weeks or something like that. And that's how the game works. That's how it is. But something like that, to be able to do that would be good. You do take a risk of injury and that sort of stuff to the horse, I know. But even I don't know how you could do it, but just even if it's with a 7-day window, you can do it. But it still gets wear and tear on the horse. Obviously, you'd have to weigh that sort of idea up that you are running. We've had horses over here run 100 starts and things like that, and then it's like 100 starts, just like probably in low class things. Or what was that one? Extra Zero ran 100 starts, I think, didn't it? And it kept running in group level. Kept doing out of trifectas. Yeah.
Shit.
I had a friend. I used to talk to on Twitter or X now with one of the commentators over here. I used to have a thing. I'd always take a trifecta field, Extra Zero field, because like it would always run second. And then I think it was the Australian Cup. The bloody thing won at about like 30 or 40 to 1, and I wasn't on. I was like, I didn't get on. Paid thousands and thousands of dollars for the trifecta.
That's crazy.
And I was just in there cursing. But going back to the question, I think things like that, to be able to run your horses every week. No, I'm not saying you do it with every horse. I think you might be something you got to tick a box and say, this is a horse, or there's a certain number of horses you can do it with. Like you can't do it with claimers, for example, say, or I don't know, because they'd be racking up points and making it harder on the game and things like that. But there might be a level you can continue to race, or even have, like, we've got hot races that are sort of like trials, but over here we do trials and do little short races just to sharpen a horse up and things like that. Anything else like that, Magoo, you'd say?
Well, just to put it into more of perspective, horses generally race every 2 to 3 weeks in Australia.
Okay.
All the group races are set 2 weeks apart. The horse would run maybe 6, 7, 8 times, depending how the horse is feeling. The trainer will then put it out for a spell for 3 months. And then, so the good horses run in the spring and the autumn, or the fall, as you guys would call it. And the other horses would run, like you have your wet trackers in the winter, and you have your horses that love the hard track in the summer. So the thing is, when I came into the game, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm going to train my horses like they're Australian.
Yeah.
And didn't work at all. And I just want to point out to Beer Keg, he's talking about himself in the third person in the group chat.
He always does that shit.
I was actually just going to say something.
Every week, yeah.
I was just going to say something about Beer Keg is actually pretty good about running his horses and getting success every couple of weeks. He's actually not terrible at it.
He's not. That's the best you can say. But he can't give Beer Keg a compliment. He hates Beer Keg. He loves Beer Keg and he hates to love Beer Keg. He loves Beer Keg and he hates to love him.
I was in a race with Beer Keg the other day. He had 6 runners.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That doesn't
only 6.
None of them won.
Well, that's Beer Keg. That's why
he's got 3 in the Derby so far as well. From what I saw, at least 3.
That's why he's got a 4% win percentage. So there you go.
BWRKEG, Beer Keg.
I haven't looked at the Derby field, but someone said there's only about 3 sires.
Yeah,
there's a Tappet,
it's about that. That was me, mate.
Yeah.
What
there's
is
a few, but there's a lot of I think there's quite a few Tappets, a couple of Frankels, and a couple of Curlins make up a lot of the field, and then there's a few others. But majority.
A lot less Tappets this year, I bet you.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot of Tappet dam size.
Not yet. We won't start to see the downsizing of Tappet 2-year-olds until next year, I don't think. So we're still probably going to be. I think we ran the numbers. We're still probably going to run up against about 300 Tappets
That's
year.
actually fair. I'm good with that.
Well, it beats the shit out of the 700 or 800 that we had last year. So
300 is actually pretty accurate. All things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying one way or the other. Like I think it's 300 is a step way up compared to where we were, but that's probably why you're going to see like a significant influx on like these big races with Tappets and Curlins and Frankels and Dubawis and there's one more I'm missing, I think. Into Mischief.
Epicenter.
Yeah, so
Frank didn't even laugh at that. He doesn't even find it funny anymore. He's like, I'm done with Epicenter.
No, I didn't
My
even
life
hear
is over. Fuck Epicenter. Fuck a whole bunch of Epicenter. Fuck that guy.
I missed it. I was reading a text message. I literally zoned out for that comment. Excuse me. But yeah,
it's funny. We've only got 40 members in the chat tonight, and I'm wondering. Everyone's out on a Saturday night, so
Saturday's a tough night. So I mean, you know what? It's not your guys' fault. It's probably mine and Frank's fault. We're just not that interesting.
We didn't pick the most ideal time. So at least not in the States anyway.
I'm gonna promise you something though. Watch this.
Oh shit.
If we give something away, watch the number pop to about 46.
Oh yeah, because then folks start telling their friends, and everybody starts joining, and then
see, we're not giving anything away.
You know what I gotta do? You know what I gotta do going forward is
in the wheel.
I gotta. Oh, I already did.
In the fucking wheel.
I could time.
I love Bill and fucking Sabbath are my two favorites.
I got a timestamp on it. So what I should do is anybody who joins after a certain period is eligible for a wheel.
Yeah, all these motherfuckers are gonna be sitting here bored as fuck. They'll be like, God, we gotta listen to this for another hour.
Let's get back to the chat real quick because I know there was a few folks that had questions. Esremo wants to know what were the claim bandits.
Claim bandits, what would happen is they're originally, and this was like way, way early. Magoo and Lindsay, you guys remember Claim Bandits?
No.
Vaguely.
No.
I don't I don't remember a lot about them. No.
Okay, pretty much what would happen is early on, nobody wanted to run in claim races at all. So the claim races were like dead. So what I did is I made like this kind of like uppance of like, if you're racing a claim race, you finish top. I'm going to probably butcher this, so somebody's probably in the chat room is probably going to correct me on this. But I think if you finish top 2 or 3 in a claim race, and then you turned around next week and did the same thing, and like the next week and the same thing, you get bonus credits, or not credits, points, because credits didn't even exist at this point. So you get bonus points. So, like, if you would, like, get a point, like, you get your points, and then you finish top 3, I think it was. And then the next week, or not next week, next time you race, you finish top 3, and next time you've raced, you finish top 3. Like, you can really just start stacking points, finishing top 3 in claim races repeatedly. And what started happening is that, obviously, some people still didn't want to run in claim races. But the people that were willing to run in claim races were just like, well, shit, I'm going to, like, take my chances and run in claim races. So, like, you would end up with, like, somebody who would win, like, 2 or 3 or 4 weeks in a row, or, 4 races in a row. And people get upset. And they were like, you shouldn't get all those bonus points. I'm like, well, you can run in claim races, too, and do the exact same thing. And like, well, I don't want to run in claim races. I'm like, but you can. So it was kind of like this kind of argument about, like, what people wanted to do versus what people were willing to do. And that's kind of like the whole argument of claim racing in the United States anyway. And this is, the United States claim race system is a little bit unique. And I actually find it very fascinating. It's actually one of the most perfect equations of, like, where you should run a horse. Because if you're willing to lose your horse, you're willing to lose your horse. Versus, like, if you're racing at $150,000, there's very few people who can claim at that. If you're racing at $4,000, is really good. Somebody's going to take him. So it's kind of like an equation, especially in the game versus, like, real life. Because real life, of course, you're talking about, like, the health of a horse and all kinds of other issues. But in the game, it actually makes a lot of sense. So I was like, do you want to run a horse in a claim race? You get more points. So... but it became this whole, like, theological's the wrong word. I don't even, theoretical argument about, like, should I run a horse in a claim race? Should I not? But it just made a lot of people upset. So long story short, we shut it down. But I wasn't against the idea of like rewarding people for taking a risk, is what the whole argument was. I think I overestimated how much I should give people to make that risk. I'm not going to disagree with that. But at the same time, my argument was is like I made the reward pretty high and it's exponential because at some point I was hoping to bring people into claim races more. Now that being said, is that just didn't work. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. It just made people mad.
Usually any change, there's any change that gets made, there's people who are going to be happy with it, and there's folks that are going to be upset about it, and you can't please them all, unfortunately.
The good news is, over time, as the claim races became a lot more acceptable in the game, so something like the claim bandits, when we say the claim bandits, that was a term phrased on the message board, is like people stealing points from the game, but in actuality, they were playing well within the rules of the game. Actually playing within the spirit of putting horses in claim races and like making it acceptable. So that was kind of the thing.
Let's see. We've got another question. This one's from Rathbeard. It said, would it be feasible to port over hot races to make CPU restricted races, but also keeping the lesser BP rewards to reduce the chances of people gaming the system? They could also be restricted to claiming races. I guess that's with respect to the handicaps.
Are we talking about like CPU? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, I was going to say, that just gave me a thought of what I was talking about, being to back horses up in races. It could be that you could, if you do back up the following week, your points are a lot less to what you can earn, so you can't get that maximum points every week or something like that. I don't know whether that's a...
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea, but then you kill the want for somebody to want to do that.
True.
Right, so
yeah, true.
It's almost like you're. I mean, I get it. I think it's a viable solution, but I think all you're going to do there is people are just gonna be like, why am I going to run in a week when if I wait 2 weeks, I can get the same amount of points.
Yeah.
Frank's over there coughing and like muting. I appreciate the game, brother.
I'm trying, dude. I have 2 mute buttons right now. I have one on my actual microphone, and I have the Zoom one. Whichever one I can get to first is the one that I'm hitting. So
Frank's got a sore throat, so you should leave him alone. Really,
I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm not shitting on him, man. I love Frank. Anybody who's been in this game long enough knows that like this whole chat room shit. This whole Zoom shit. I mean, this doesn't exist without Frank. He is like, as well as like the customer service, like you guys were talking about. Frank is a fucking stud. So nobody shits on Frank on my watch.
Great customer service.
Magoo is sending me a private message calling me a soft cock right now. So.
I wouldn't do that twice in one day.
Well,
that in a small town.
There it is. He got it.
There it is. I knew you were waiting for it, Frank.
Always, every stream, I always wait for
every stream.
Only 40 of us. Should we all get epicenters? No, you should not. That is.
I probably have 40 in the
flying spurs.
I probably have 40 epicenters, but I'm not going to get them out tonight.
Oh, here we go.
I think I'm under 20 epicenters.
Taffy said you should do secret giveaways. I could. I didn't realize I was time stamping when you guys jumped in for attendance, but apparently I am. So I could easily do secret giveaways for folks who are here from a certain point and beyond.
You know what you can do, though? One thing you can do, Frank, and you've done it before, and we should do it again. I'll tell you what. Let's ask Magoo.
And Matt.
Favorite Australian sire right now?
Yeah. Tap it.
Tap it? All right. We'll take it. You know what? Because you know what? The thing is, people are waiting to join. Do a exclamation point join and give somebody a tap it, Frank.
Okay. Oh, shit. I don't remember that command.
I just want to give away the big stuff.
Hey, I'm good with it.
Join. Get in there.
Join. Get in there. Get you a tap it. Whatever it says.
This is for a tap it. This is for a tap it. Shit. I know I got questions here, guys, that I got to get back to. I know. I missed some of them.
That's all right. We've been having so much fun with the Aussies. We never get to do Aussie style.
Yeah, I know.
And like we said,
I'll find you a side that I like.
I know.
I thought you
What
liked
about-
tap it.
Yeah, no, not really. I just thought I'd.
Yeah, I don't really like tap. Well, we're giving away a tap it, so now Lindsay Park gets the next sire. You don't get the next sire.
I just wanted someone to win the derby with it. That's all.
All right, what if they do? Then they can.
It looks like it was Crystal, a.k.a. Tiz Juliet. Congratulations. You won a tap it.
Is that a spammer?
No, I actually know that the. Pretty sure that's right. So
Tiz Juliet's actually a player.
Yeah, and Tiz Juliet has actually been around longer than either of you guys, believe it or not.
Yeah, been around for a long time.
Yeah, she left for a while, but she's back. So
good stuff.
So she gets to tap it. Matt, are we doing a raffle or a wheel spin?
No, do a spin. Do a spin for this one.
All right, spin the wheel.
Spin
the wheel. Matty
spin the
asked me to
fucking
spin the
wheel.
All right, hold on.
Big shout out to Matty, and he said, "Spin the wheel."
I gotta take attendance real quick to make sure I got everybody.
Yeah, we'll give you guys a couple minutes to come in on the attendance because we know
y'all are filtering in now that
Yeah.
we're giving shit away.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, Lindsay, we're up to 40. We were down a little under 40. I bet it's going to get to 46 by the time this wheel spins. Watch.
All right.
Everybody send your friends.
We got, all right, here we go. Say again?
I'm not going the easy route. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're
I'm not
good.
going
You're
the easy route. But my choice will be a Zusane share. That's what it'll be. So Zusane. No, Zustar, not Zusane. Zustar.
Zustar, okay.
Just making shit up.
You don't want Zusane.
Is that sire real?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. We got Agent O, Amir, Baggio, Beer Keg Sucks, Bazals, Chips for You to See, Croft, CV Bear. It actually says that, by the way. I didn't just write that. CV Bear, Daniel, Dingo, Dockman, Don't Bet on Me, Dwayne Crisp, Dunville Downs, FL Rancho, Gurkey, Glenmore, J. Rodney G, Kidman, Kimuggle, King Abs, Kirby, L. Bailey, Lidelski, Lindsay Park, Lucky Rabbi, Magoo, Mighty Foregoat, N.A. Skippy, Oak Ridge, Sabbath, Sea Cadet, Smithy, Spin, Squirrel, S. Remmel, Super Taffy, 10 Point, T-Gurg, Tiz Juliet, V-Man, VK Stables, William, and Wu Tay. Oh, and there's also Wrathbeard. Sorry, I thought Wu Tay was the last
Wrathbeard.
So let me put this on the screen before I screw this up. No, that's not right. There it is.
Might be right.
That's
Might be
right.
crazy.
Spinning it around. Here we go.
Well, wait a minute. Let's give it a chance because somebody's going to come in and say you missed them.
Well, I missed them because we're already spinning it.
All right, we're spinning the wheel.
You snooze, you lose.
You know what? And if we missed you, we'll add you to the wheel. We'll
Oh,
spin
you were
again
right,
here
Mike. We were up at 46.
I know my shit.
It just dropped again to 42, but we were at 46.
Yeah, after you spun the fucking wheel.
Kim wins the share. Congratulations.
Come ugly.
All right, there we go.
Never going to be disappointed when Kim wins on the wheel.
All right, so that's two things we've given away. We had a comment.
Did we have a whole bunch of questions?
I think we did. We had a comment from Skip. He said, "I'd like to report I have a nice filly that was gifted to me from the Twitch chat. She won a listed stakes today."
Very cool.
Let's see who the filly was. It's Topuria. You remember this one, Mike?
What was it?
Topuria. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my man.
Turns out it's a good horse too. How about that?
Good fucking UFC fighter too.
Yeah. The name fits. Congratulations.
The shoe
Skip.
fits. Love it.
Let's
See,
see.
sometimes coming into the chat room, not the worst idea you guys have ever done. Try that in a small town. I had to do it again.
You got it. For being
I won't overdo it. I promise.
For being such a terrible trainer, how did BK get 3 in the Derby? Well,
He had it his way.
I can explain that. When you breed 7,000 horses a month, you're bound to strike gold eventually. I mean, the fact that you only got 3 in is pretty alarming. I would have expected you to have half the field with as much as you breed, but
How many horses would you guys? How many horses would be bred in the sim throughout a year?
About 70,000, 60 to 70 usually.
Before we put the caps in, we were starting to get.
Here, you know what? I can actually run the query. I'm pretty sure Frank could too. He's probably faster than me. But I'm going to run the query, and I'll tell you how much was bred over the last couple of years.
Yeah,
and you can run the chat for a second, Frank. So
all right, well, I'm in charge. I'm the captain now. So, all right, guys, what are we giving away next?
Your turn,
Deep
Magoo.
field.
Was that
A deep field.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Sorry, that was deep field.
Deep field. Got it. Sorry, my comms were cutting out there.
No, he says that his Aussie comprehension was cut off there.
It's true. I wasn't following the dialect.
Yeah, we're like fucking shit kickers over here, man. We can't speak any language other than fucking hillbilly over here in the United States. We're like simpletons.
Very true, especially if you're from the South. Dunville, congratulations, sir. And Matt, or Lindsay Park, what would you like to give away?
Okay, well, since he's just been pensioned, as we say, let's go a Fastnet Rock.
Sounds great.
Here we go.
That's not a bad. That's actually very good.
Excuse me. Spinning the wheel again. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, I just saw one of the names that somebody put in the chat. I have to update the names here, too. Rathbeard, congratulations, sir. You win Fastnet Rock.
Well done, Simon.
There it is.
It's funny. Years ago, when Simon actually left the game, I got most of his stables.
Oh, the old Whisper stables.
Yeah. So big shout out to Simon. So congrats to him.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He is not bad.
All right. So from the horse numbers, are we on? Are we on 20? Yeah. What's our long IDs now? Are they starting at 125 now?
125. If you just do year born, it should give you the number.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. See, I forgot about that. I added that after the fact. Last year, 124 to 125, we had 70,000 horses.
Yeah.
70,548. 123 to 124, we had 77,000. And 122 to 123, we had 72,000. So yeah, it went up. It went down a little bit last year, probably because we started throttling it a bit. But yeah, we were 77,000 horses 2 years ago, and last year we were at 70,000.
Sorry, give me a sec.
I think there's a message here from Dingo, who wants everyone that hasn't contacted him about Equinix yet.
Oh yeah, indeed, guys. Yeah. If you haven't contacted Dingo about Equinix, make sure you do. He's trying to coordinate it all this year. So,
is that message board working out for us? Is anybody using it?
Yeah, they're using it.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, so we had. So I'm looking at the years right now, Mike, but we had a crazy. So like basically from 2013 to 2014, we had like it went from 41,000 to 60,000, and then from 2014 we jumped from 60,000 to 74,000, and it was just up and up and up and up and up. We went down a little bit from 2018 to 2021, and then from 2022 and beyond, it just started to skyrocket again.
Yeah,
and that was when 2023 is when we started to throttle down. We were actually on pace for over 100,000 before we throttled down.
Yeah. So
yeah, but yeah, that's my coding for the day.
What about we give away a horse where an all Aussie horse like?
I love that.
Like, what about
something flying spur in the middle?
All right. Yeah. Well. What about Flying Spur as the damn sire? There you go. Because
okay,
we can go.
Someone
asked about Animo. So what about Animo as the sire?
Okay.
I am invincible as the.
Ooh, that's solid.
As the dam sire, and then Flying Spur as the Damn sire. Does that work? I don't know. I haven't even brought it up to have a look at what it looks like.
I don't know. I mean, hell, if it's inbred as shit, we're still giving it away. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, we get rid of Flying Spur and replace it with something else.
Now, I'm from Kentucky, man. We do all kinds of inbreeding there.
Don't broadcast that.
Again, we tried that in a small town.
Yeah, too many.
I had to say it one more time.
Too many times you tried that in a small town.
It was way too. He just fucking set me up. It was like the volleyball. It just like set me up with a spike. I didn't have a choice, Frank. I did not have a choice.
The Hills Have Eyes is loosely based on where Mike grew up. So, just kidding.
No, I'm surprised Mike never appeared on Jerry Springer.
No, I'm not gonna shit you people. Okay, I have done the what is it? Ancestry.com. Yeah, I've got like people on like both sides where it like shows up on both sides of my family. I'm just saying. I'm a little bit inbred.
Your family tree is like one of BK's horses.
Yeah, it's totally a fucking telephone pole. We've said that before.
It's got that rainbow in it. All the colors of the breeding.
No, it's not the best. It's not. I'm not an outbred. Trust me.
Well,
it's like I'm like a horse, though. Like if you look at my 5 cross, it's like once you get to the 4 and 5, we got like some X's over there.
All right, let me do attendance here real quick again. We got 3Ds, Agent O, Amir, Baggio, B Budgies, Beer Keg Sucks, Bazals, Chips for You to See, Croft, CV Bear, Daniel, Dingo, Dockman, Don't Bet on Me, Dwayne Chris, Dunville Downs, FL Rancho, Gurky, Glenmore, J. Rodney G, Kidman, Kimuggle, King Abs, Kirby55, L. Bailey, Lidelsky, Lindsay Park, Lucky Rabbi. That's probably not something I should read out loud.
Probably not.
Magoo 2912, Mighty Forgo, NA Skippy, Oak Ridge, Sabbath, Sea Cadet, Smitty, Spin Round, Squirrel, S Remel, Super Taffy, Tim Point, Tiger, Tiz Juliet, V-Man, VK Stables, William, Wute, and Wrathbeard. And this is for the All Aussie horse.
All Aussie.
All Aussie. And I'm fairly certain I'm behind on chat. I know, guys. I'll catch up.
Oh yeah, well we'll get we're gonna have to spend half the night like looking it up, but that's okay.
Also, I apologize if I cough in your ear or sniffle.
By sniffle in your general direction.
Indeed, my allergies. Dunville wins again. Nice job.
Dunville wins again.
Dunville cleaning up today.
Sounds like a scam.
Yeah. Someone says on there they got 000 before on the code down the bottom.
They got 000.
Oh, yeah. What did we? Was that the 000? So I forgot what was getting 000.
The one before it, I think it was.
Oh, was it? We'll have to go back and look. What were we giving away if there was 000s? I forget.
I don't know. Something good. I think I was going to give away like anything they wanted, like three breedings, like a 3-line breeding.
3 A cards.
3
yeah.
A cards?
Oh, yeah, whatever I said, it's like if you can like, yeah, I didn't write it down.
Actually, it'll need to be 4 A cards because you got to fill the whole horse in.
Oh, you want to breed all 4 of them. You want to use them 4 A's to breed the actual horse? Instead of just turning them side.
I reckon that's probably the big prize. I mean, if you got 3 zeros, that's 1 in 1.
And 1 in a bunch. No, it's one more than 1 in 1,000 because like 16 times 16 times 16. So it's a
lot of numbers.
A lot of numbers.
It deserves a full A breeding, I think.
Yeah, I'm good with whatever I said on the stream. I don't remember. You guys tell me what I said on the stream. I'll 100% believe you unless it's like something absolutely asinine.
Yeah, we didn't document it, but
yeah, we assumed like it wouldn't happen anytime soon. I think it was like 1 in 4,096 is what we figured out to be.
Yeah, no, that
sounds about right.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think it was 1 in 4,096 off the top of my head.
We'll do this then. We'll do 4.
But you know what I got here? I don't think I showed you guys this because like I'm just a fucking nerd. My buddy Bob, who we talked about.
Oh, the Iron Sheik.
On the chat. Well, this is like a 1980 Sums Iron Sheik. He actually like Bob, my best friend. You remember Klaus? Klaus knows Bob. So yeah, like Bob and I talked. Bob actually watched our whole stream with Klaus on him because Bob and Klaus are buds. But yeah, Bob, we trade Christmas gifts, and he found an old like 1980 some's Iron Sheik.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had to just like throw this out here. So props to Bob,
I got to show
my
you.
best buddy from Louisville. Played in a band with him. He's absolutely bonkers. He's like he's like the only guy in Louisville I go back for except my family. It's like as soon as if like my family's gone and Bob moves out of Louisville, I'll never go back to Louisville again. No offense.
You guys seen the Dark Side of the Ring, Iron Sheik?
Yes, I watched that. It's very good. There's a whole special, I think, not only on the Dark Side of the Ring, but there's a whole special on him, I think, like an hour and a half special on Tubi. Yeah, check it out. Like there's the whole Iron Sheik special on Tubi. It's different than the Dark Side of the Ring, but like his, I don't know if it's like his nephew or something, or like somebody like is really good buddies with him, and like you can see like he like goes like dark and like cocaine and like loses his fucking mind. But yeah, it's
his daughter got murdered, and he actually went into the court, ready to kill the guy.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But it's just an amazing story of how he used to be a bodyguard for the Ayatollah or something, and
yeah,
no, it's just a good story. That's all.
Yeah, no, the Iron Sheik is
one.
like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of amazing, like how like literally like, I mean, he was like a wrestler, of course, and
he was a true
like,
tough guy though. Like he was not.
Yo, he's a real. I mean, like that little shit he was doing with the fucking. I mean, like not many people can do that.
The Ultimate Warrior couldn't do it.
No, the Ultimate Warrior looked like a chump doing it.
Speaking of, my brother got me these when he came up. So now I got these two little guys, the Ultimate Warrior and the Undertaker, hanging out on my desk. Whenever my son does.
You know who has Super Chicken?
Where's Flair?
Does anybody know who Super Chicken is?
I don't have Flair yet. I am gonna get. I'm gonna start a collection though now. Now that my brother's got me hooked on these things, so I'm gonna have to start collecting.
There's actually something really stupid on my X account, and it's actually pinned. It's when my horse won the Group 1, and in Australia there's 4 main TV stations, and Channel 7 were there in the manning yard, and my first reaction was just to go, woo! And it was right in front of the camera. So it's actually sitting there on my X account.
It's funny, Magoo, that when the horse, I don't know if you're naming the horse still or not, but I think you tipped it to me. I think I was on it about 50-1, I reckon it was, when early on. And I was watching in the lounge room that day. And the kids are, I'm just standing there. I was absolutely whipping at home, and like I'm going, I'll say, go Amphitrite, go Amphitrite, like that. And the kids they still don't let me down. Every time I'm watching a race, it's like, is this Amphitrite? Is this Amphitrite? It's just, I was whipping at home.
I had 250-1 that day that it won.
Fuck.
Jesus.
But because it was a Group 1, I've heard so many stories of friends of mine, like a guy in Tasmania, he was jumping up and down on the couch because he never knew anyone that had owned a Group 1 winner. And he's jumping up and down, and he just started bawling, when it won. And it was just one of those days. It was an absolute freaky day. But then, unfortunately, she went off, but we sold her to Japan, and she's had a few babies. Only one of them's raced so far, but he's only had one run, so... But hopefully, we'll see a few more in the future.
I would just add two things to your story, and they're unrelated to your horse. Number one, it's still Twitter. Number two, fuck a whole bunch of Elon Musk.
He's having a big. There's a big blue at the moment with Elon and the Australian government. They're all about censorship. It's all going on. It's big at the moment.
I look at it this way. Mike said to me before the show, no hate speech, and that's hate speech.
That is hate speech, but fuck a whole bunch of Elon Musk. It's my fucking stream. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Actually, it's not.
Right,
you know what? I'll say that, yeah.
All right, well,
but
moving
Twitter,
on.
It's still Twitter, and yeah.
Moving on to the questions I said I was going to get to 10 minutes ago. We got Dingo who asks, could claim races have the BP cost doubled where game gets 50% and player who loses the horse gets 50% that
We've
way?
talked about this a lot, and part of the reason, the whole primary reason for claim races is because claim races are supposed to be easier to win. If you start giving claim points to the person that wins the race, then you're going to see people like move. Yeah, it becomes like this whole kind of like, especially, and we were talking about this earlier, actually. People are going to wait until the last second to try to enter horses in races. I mean, I'm kind of against a whole bunch of like people just waiting around to the last second to try to enter a horse in a race. And like, that's not, that's not really the anticipation.
Yep.
It's supposed to be race where your horse is supposed to be placed. If you race a horse in a claim race, of course, you take the risk that it can be claimed. Take that risk.
It's more about not giving people the ability to micromanage everything to like a microscope. You know what I mean? Like
it's supposed to be fun. I mean, like, and I get it.
It shouldn't be a job, I guess is the best way to put it.
Exactly. I get the argument. It's like if you make that decision, but that's kind of like the decision of a claim race. Where are you willing to put your horse? $150,000 claim race in the game. Not a lot of horses get claimed out of there. Some of them do. But that takes 300 points for somebody to claim. Not many people are claiming those horses.
I got one
for
claim
a reason.
Today. Huh? I had one claim for me today.
But it happens.
It wasn't Machine Gun Frank.
No, it wasn't, because you already took him.
But it happens. But that's the thing, is when you make that decision, it's like somebody on the other end is saying, I'm willing to spend 300 points for this horse.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of points for a horse. But you see how there becomes a games of shit 50%. It's like, and this is where like people are like doing undersided deals. And I'm like, just like, let's keep it simple,
Less is more.
And it's points. Points are supposed to be points, Oh, and now we give points pretty egregiously right now in the game.
Yeah, I'd say we definitely have juiced
points
the market,
are going to change eventually. Now, I'm not going to say points are going to reduce, but points will change eventually. But the way that points work right now is like, I don't think the point system quite works for the game. I think that more points should be rewarded for success over the long term versus success over the short term. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
And I think I want to give more points to the game, but I want to give them in a different way. But I don't want to give them for like people trying to like enter a horse in a claim race and like, because ultimately it's like this is where like people are running multiple stables and trying to transfer points, and it becomes this whole thing.
It's also the burn and churn mentality, right? Like that's the other part of it that we're half trying to do away with. And what facilitates a lot of that is the first time bonus to running in these races. Yeah,
the first time bonus needs to be revisited. It's too high. Now, and that's kind of the whole burn and churn mentality. I still think I'm not against giving more points for racing and claim races and getting points for claim races. At most, it would be like a very small percentage. It wouldn't be 50 at all. It'd be much less than that. Like, if it ever existed,
10 or 15.
The other day, I actually said to Frank, you put horses in that have had a race, but didn't win a maiden claim, because they're very hard to win maiden claims with low-graded G horses, and you put them in a claimer, and they run fourth out of four, and you actually lose BPs. And if they and if there happens to be an extra horse go in, they lose even more. So because they're racing outside their grade when they run.
Oh, you're not talking about a mating, right? You're talking about in a normal claim,
just
not
straight claims. Yeah,
right. You're not talking about a mating claimer.
Because the thing is, the fields are very short. in a lot of claim races.
Mhm.
So you would enter hoping to run top 3. If you run 4th, you lose BPs.
Yeah, you do. I
Um,
mean, you should always run. I mean, the way I've, this is,
Levels,
and
right?
I could be argued out of this, but my argument should always be is you should run a maiden in a maiden race. And I can understand why, like, if you're running against bad horses that won races, yeah, I mean, you could argue that like a maiden had an opportunity. I think Volponi, I think was a horse, not Volponi, but there's a horse that like won a race, like actually like a graded race, like it ended up like he was a maiden and like he ended up getting disqualified because he was like juiced. But at the end of the day, is that yeah, maiden should race against maidens. Just the way I feel. I mean, like if your maiden's bad, racing maiden claimers. There's plenty of maiden claimers in the game, I think. If there's not,
Unless they're 2-year-olds.
well, I mean, there shouldn't be. I mean, what is it? It's fucking April.
We got to look into it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we have to add more April, maybe 2-year-old races.
Yeah,
Maiden
it's
claims.
possible.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
fairly certain that I'm not just discrediting what Magoo said. I think it's
no,
it's,
I'm not. I don't discredit
Excuse me.
anything anybody says. I mean, honestly, it's like he's. I just want to understand like the issue. It's like it's like if the game is carding races incorrectly, then that's what we need to figure out. But as far as racing winners, non-winners against winners, I don't like that. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's obviously an option in the game, but it's not. It's not. You're not meant to be rewarded for winning in that if you manage to come up that way, right? Like you're not meant to like if you run like in your scenario, Magoo, if you run 4th in that race and you lose BPs, that's by design, obviously,
Yeah.
because we want you to go through the levels,
Yeah.
in theory, right? Not saying right, wrong, indifferent, always open
the
to.
thing I find interesting is like, especially for new players. I mean, if you come in as a new player, the only thing you can really do is claim.
Yeah.
And if you
Auction.
claim the wrong horses because you're only sort of getting used to the game, or you claim something on breeding that turns out to be no good, it just makes it really hard to win a maiden claimer because the maiden claimers are running 85s as a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
But
You know what?
the thing is, a lot of the claimers are actually running less than what the maiden claimers are.
Yeah.
So
I
a
will
lot of the
say
claim
this.
races have, it's a weird situation. That's all.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with you, Magoo. And I think that's the thing. And this is where I'm going to like agree with you. And I'm going to not only agree with you, I'm going to double down with you. I think is that it's doubling down with you and also like kind of like self-preservation and being like kind of a big baby here. You're not wrong. Um, the game does not do, and it has never done, a good job of indoctrinating new users. I'm not going to lie to you about that. You're 100% right. The game needs to do a better job of bringing new players into the game and making it easy for a player to, whether or not they're hyper successful or whatever, but almost like baby them into the shark pool. The problem has been, at least historically, and two things. Again, this is me being a big baby, is that it's hard to find the time to do that. But secondly, and this is a little more nuanced, is that players love to open new stables to try to game things because I have historically allowed players, especially early on in the first version of the game, which you guys were involved in, is to like start new stables and get the 5 horses and get a whole bunch of, get points and. But then like the new version of the game in 2012, I tried to level it down where like, you get less dollars, you get less points as you open up new stables. Maybe or maybe not doesn't work, but it becomes an issue of like people are always going to try to defeat a system. I get that. I 100% get that, but it's tricky. Is all I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I do 100% agree with you. I need to do a better job. We need to do a better job of making the game more accessible to a new person, a first-time player. But I have to figure out, and I haven't 100% done that yet, and it's just a matter of time. It's a timing issue. I haven't done a good job of figuring out how to bring in a new player and distinguish a new player from an existing player who's trying to take advantage of cosplaying a new player. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I 100% agree with you. I don't disagree with you at all. You're 100% right. I don't do a good job of that. We need to do a better job of that as a game. As a, honestly, I mean, you could argue as a horse racing industry, we have to bring in new people. I've not done a good job of that, and I have to do a better job of that.
What about like some? Oh, sorry, you go.
No. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say, what about something like you've got residencies in the game, right? And you want to encourage play. That if new stables sign up, you not assign them to a residency, but you like put them in there, and because most of the residencies are pretty good at giving new players good horses and stuff to welcome aboard, like. You assign them to a residency or something like that. Every new stable gets to a residency, and you can change. You can move to a different one if you want, if it's doesn't suit. But you can just to get it going and try and encourage that residency play as well as getting helping new players out. Because you find the game, you jump on. I took years before. I think it took me something like close on 15, 20 years to win a Group 1. It's just and I got 2 in a week when I did it. So it's like
wow.
It's like, one was an Equinix win, and the other one was just a random. So I like the idea because I've played residencies, different ones over the years, and it's a good part of the fun and the banter and everything else that you get involved, and people help each other out, and maybe that's a way.
Yeah, I mean, I love the residencies. It's it is tricky. I mean, like. Again, this is like, it really is just a matter of like, how much time do we have to devote to this or that? I don't disagree, again, I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I 100% agree that like, I would love to bring more players in with a residency because residencies are fabulous. Obviously, I mean, like you guys bring in just like a whole bunch of interest, a whole bunch of like interaction. But, and this is just a but, I mean, like it can get dicey. It's like I have to trust all the residencies. So who do I trust? Who I don't? I mean, it becomes like a vetting process. It's tough. I mean, like, almost every residency, 90% of residencies plus that we've ever had are like awesome. There's always like an outlier. There's always somebody that's like trying to game a system. And if you give people the opportunity to game a system, they're going to game a system. Right. And I'm just kind of like, it's not easy. I mean, like, I don't disagree with you. I mean, that's the thing. I 100% think that like when you hook up with a great residency, it's amazing. I mean, like you guys, orphans and, everybody that's, ever been a residency, like has a long, Orphans is even a new one, but it's like, all the old standing residencies, fabulous. But there's always the one.
Yeah.
It just becomes tricky.
The other thing is too, is if we start filtering players to certain residencies, then that pisses off other residencies.
Yeah.
Because there's a credit implication there, right? So it's a good idea, and Kim has
a great idea, but it's just needs to be thought
Kim has
about.
The right idea. I mean, the one thing I wish that folks did is, and maybe we can do a better job of this, like on the initial messaging for new players, is directing them to the forum, directing them to the the Twitch chat, the Slack channel, all that, right? Because when we get new folks in, like I'm not opposed to, like if we get a new person and they say, hey, I'm just getting started or whatever, I'm not opposed to like giving them more horses than what they've come in with. I'll go ahead and breed them stuff out of the e-test case and send them over to them. So if you have new people who come in, or if you have new people in your residencies or or whatever, just shoot me a message and let me know, and I'll send them a few horses. You know, they tell me what sires they like, what, you know, all that jazz, and we'll get them hooked up and started. I mean, that's kind of a putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound at the moment, but it's you know, it's a solution for the moment, and yeah.
I mean, maybe it could be something that not even just you breeding them horses, just even if you can maybe give some sires or something like that. They don't have to be like gun sires or anything like,
We could do
or
that too.
A grade sires, but just like even if it's those ones around the 100 BPs or something like that, or just something to get you started. So instead of having to buy those sires yourself, you get a few. So
I think
you're 100% right. I mean I'll let Frank explain a little further, because I think we're both on the same page here. You are 100% right. The game does a poor job, and this is 100% on me. The game does a poor job of onboarding new players. And that has to do with literally and this spans back 26 years. You know, it's like, I did this as a fun thing, and I moved it from I have to move these players to a new system, and I've never bothered. I mean, I didn't expect the game to last as long, as I've mentioned 100 times, 1,000 times. I didn't expect it to last this long, and I love that it's lasted this long. And I want to onboard new players. I really do. But it's just a matter of time. You know, it's a matter of how much time do I have to do this or that. And it is Frank's, thank God I've got Frank now. I mean, it makes a huge difference, because as I've told you guys, and Frank has been a little nicer about the way he said this, I'm not sure I could be doing this to this day without Frank. I mean, over the last year and a half, things have gotten crazy. You know, it's insane.
He needs my subpar customer service skills.
No, it's insane the amount of stuff Frank does for you guys, and I thank him for that, because I have been taking on a lot of other shit on the back end that is not fun, but you have to do it. And I want to give the new user a better experience, but I can't yet. You know, because we still are working on, as we love to say, let's say it, Frank. What is the word? Infrastructure. We have the infrastructure to deal with right now. There's going to be, hopefully, a day that we get the infrastructure under control. We can actually work towards onboarding new users, getting a new GUI, getting a new front end for the phones.
Yeah, we got an email about that the other day.
Well, guys, I really think that you guys do a really great job, and you should stop justifying yourselves to each other and give away a Justify share right now.
Oh, shit!
Spinning the wheel.
Spin the damn wheel. Is everybody on the wheel?
Doesn't matter.
Got 1 minute.
You have no minutes, because I already spun the damn thing.
No minutes. Oh, yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you. I won't do it. 46 people. 46 people. I told you 46 is the magic number.
46. We'll add the new people into the next one. Oh, God. This is for Justify, and it's CV Bear. Congratulations, CV Bear.
CV Bear! He's one of my favorite guys. You know what? I say that about everybody. Everybody's my favorite guy.
Mike's got a lot of favorites.
I do have a lot of favorites. You know what?
Congratulations.
There are very few people I dislike in this game. One guy. Only one guy. It's not who you think.
Do I know him?
No, I'm just teasing. I don't dislike anybody.
Oh, now you have the entire player base. Now you have the entire player base thinking, is it me?
I'm just fucking with you. There's actually nobody I dislike in this game. You guys are all amazing.
Is he on the stream right now?
I have no idea. I don't look at the stream.
Has he been banned from the forum?
No. Actually, you know what? Honestly, you know what? He has not. He has not been banned from the forum. I don't dislike anybody.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, no. Actually, the thing is the guy's been banned from the forum. Actually, he and I have a pretty good relationship.
So, you never know.
No, he and I have a really good relationship. He's actually a really good, We just have like a good relationship outside the forum.
So we had a question that came in from Squirrel. It said, "What's the ratio of scratch versus mare?" And I did the query. So
All right. You would know then.
let me just double check here. Yeah. So this is going to be. So I'll just give you the 2023 number, but it's 20,213 scratch, 56,925 mare.
Wow.
That's the split.
That's pretty high.
It
That's
The
more
question
high
with
than I
the-
thought.
Do you guys with the dam size make them come down in price a lot quicker than what you would with the normal size?
Kinda.
Ish.
So what happens is they scale down at the same rate, but
Yeah.
there's a discount if you buy live as opposed to bid. Right? I got that right, Mike?
What'll happen? I think the biggest issue is that the dam sires come down only because those two are locked together. But what happens is that because you can't buy, or people stop buying sires live, and or they don't, not sires live, but people stop buying a sire once he drops their dam sire, even though they're locked. They're like their cost is locked together. So then, like, you don't get as many sire buys. So the dam sire starts dropping organically because you don't have sire buys.
But they're
So
tied
what'll
together
happen?
though, right?
Huh?
But they're tied together though, right? So they scale.
They are tied together.
Right. They scale
They're
the
still
same
tied.
way.
Yeah, they scale together though. So it's like
No,
once.
I mean the size, the dam size that are no longer size in the game. They're
Oh
actually
yeah.
dam size. They seem to be coming down really quickly.
Oh yeah, and they should. Yeah, and that's actually similarly. Even like if you had a sire in the game, like yeah, what'll happen is the sires and dam sires, their price is tied together, as you can tell when you buy them. But what'll happen is because they're tied together, there are no sires being bought. So then it's only dam sires being bought. So even if you're buying more dam sires, there's no sires being bought. So it's a whole lot less. So they'll start coming down.
The level of scratches is coming down, it looks like.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. Well,
Who knows?
ask me again.
But yeah.
Ask me again in August.
But yeah, organically, what'll happen is because of the, once a 2-year-old drops off, or I guess even if you see a 2-year-old, you'll probably actually notice like a 2-year-old drop off, and his dam sire price will probably start going down some. Especially like Galileo is like a great example because he was such a high 2-year-old, and he probably even like got a high 3-year-old cost. But yeah, once you can't buy a sire because they're tied together, their price will come down on the dam sire.
Oh, let's see. Is Discord going to happen? Discord has already happened. There is.
It's happening. Yeah, we're gonna
haven't,
get there eventually.
Formally moved over there, but we definitely have a Discord.
Will. Yeah, we definitely
I
will.
think there's some discussion going on with Frank's jumper.
My jumper.
Yeah, being very orange is the new black.
Oh, I got some camo up in here, man.
Yeah, he loves ragging on people's fucking shirts.
It's my sweatshirt, man.
He's wearing a fucking homemade shirt over there, and he's ragging on us. Look at him.
I know. Magoo got out.
No, it wasn't me. It was Beer Keg.
Oh no, Magoo got out. Magoo got out the glue gun and cut out some construction paper and made a shirt. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Beer Keg said, "Mike, is your family tree a wreath?" That's pretty good. Oh, let's see. Well, Beer Keg's he's a douche. We love him though.
Douche.
Let's see. I'm looking for questions. Sorry if I missed your questions, guys. Beer Keg says, "Is this the movie you were talking about?" Oh, I don't know if I can play this. I can't click that link.
You can't. Yeah, don't play that on the stream.
I don't know what it is that you're referring to, so I will not play it. Taffy said, "Beer, no one is clicking on your links." That is very smart. Pretty sure it was scratch breeding of their choice for sire. Yeah, so Dunville, you win a scratch bred of your choice. So
Okay.
Whatever you want, just tell me what you want, and I'll take care of it. If you want
What
the
you
four,
really want.
if to Magoo's point, if you want the 4As and you want me to breed 4A cards, I can do that for you too. So just tell me what you want.
What you really want.
Beer keg isn't the 000 prize a tap it by tap it by tap it.
That's only if you're beer keg.
Yeah, that's beer keg's dream horse. It's got
And it'd probably win the Derby.
It's got 36 legs. Let me see. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get caught up here. Why do you need me to run a 110 plus to win a 5K claimer? Technically, you don't need a 110 plus. You just happen to run into races where that happens. That's all.
It'd be good to pick up a horse like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like, I want to see the horse that won that race. I mean, that's got to be a fucking monster.
The horse that won that race is probably showing you a little bit of what it's got in the tank. Just saying. That 110 usually means it can do something on the track. That's all. That's it. That's all I got. That's it. Let's see.
I think I remember speed numbers are garbage. Horses run races.
So,
speed
Maddie,
numbers don't.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say, Mike? Sorry.
I was just gonna say horses run races. Speed numbers don't.
Touche. Maddie says it's a disgrace. Aussie's in the stream and not a single beer in sight. Magoo has an excuse. I will grant him that, and I can't raise Jono on the phone. Yep.
Why does Magoo have an excuse?
I have liver issue.
Oh, I didn't know.
Too many beers.
Well, possibly, but
At least
it
it's
could
honest.
be the COVID jab too. You never know. Lots of conspiracy theories.
Yeah. Well, at least you're not Jono. He ghosted us.
Yeah, that motherfucker. Where's he?
Just kidding. I love you, Jono.
He's at
Honest
Griffith
first
Police
for everyone.
Station as we speak.
Griffith Police Station? Oh.
I reckon Maddie should give away another horse.
Let's do
I
it.
reckon. All right. What should we do? There's a scratch bread, another scratch bread.
We can do whatever you
Aussie
guys
scratch
want.
bread or something else.
Yeah,
Right,
I
alright,
tell you
we
what.
good.
Let the Aussies fight it out. Who do you guys want? You
Alright.
guys got to agree on a horse.
I reckon
Alright.
I Am Invincible sounds all right.
As sire, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Well,
What
that was
about?
easy. I was looking
What
for an
about-
Aussie
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
scrap up in here.
No. We look at we're good. We work together.
Just
We
I am
call each
invincible?
other Karen, but we're not really, you know.
Are we doing a
What about-
breeding or are we just doing a sire?
Yeah. No, breeding. Breeding. You reckon we go?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
You guys can figure it out. You guys figure out the three
What?
lines. We'll do it.
We can
All
say.
right. So we got I Am Invincible.
Just bring it up here so I can see.
We're up to 50 people. They're
Oh.
bringing the fucking power with this fucking breeding. Look at this.
Yeah.
They
Every
heard
time.
we were on.
Every time. It sounds like every time.
Every time.
I reckon we stick a No Nay Never in the middle.
No, nay,
Ooh.
never.
Yep.
All right.
Good.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
We need a sprinter. We need a
Mining.
maybe.
Have a look.
Epicenter. Hey, I
Roads.
don't
We
think
could
it's
do
his name,
Epicenter. Is Epicenter
Roads.
stand out?
Did somebody say roads? Did I
With me.
hear roads?
Roads.
What are we doing at the DDS?
Let's have a look.
Do Danehill maybe.
Ooh,
Daniel.
that's pretty solid.
That's pretty damn good.
Mhm.
As everybody goes and runs to buy Danehill.
There's no shame in the Danehill.
Daniel, or even Reduce or something like that. So
Whatever you guys want. This is
Well,
your barbecue.
Reduce has Danehill in its system anyway.
True.
So
true. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go with that. So was it I Am Invincible with No Nay Never.
we
Daniel.
might have to
Let's
switch
go with
No
that.
Nay Never to the Sire because it's not available at DS.
No, they never's not available.
They can do
at
whatever
DS?
they want. They can do whatever they want.
I thought he was. He's not available at DS?
You sure?
Look now, hang on.
I guess I gotta look,
He's
yeah.
got-
Not that I don't
He's
believe
not.
you. He's there at DS. Right?
Is he? Well, if he
Yeah,
is,
he's
we'll
there.
put him in at DS.
Yeah, he's there at DS.
Okay, let's
So
go with
I
that
Am
then.
Invincible, No Nay Never, Danehill.
Alright,
Yep.
so we're gonna...
Let's do that.
Well, hold on, let me get the bad names out of here. Hold on a second. I think
The
there's
bad
one.
names out of here.
Yeah, there's one name I can't say. That I refuse to say, rather. So we're gonna go ahead and spin the wheel here. Excuse me. This is for
Spin
I
the
Am
wheel.
Invincible, No Nay Never, Redoubt's Choice.
Oh, we can do that.
Not a bad horse.
Back in the day. of
Maybe
the
a bad
81
horse. We have no idea. Not a bad bred horse. Who gonna win?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if your wheel ever stops fucking spinning. There it is. Super Taffy.
Oh, Taffy! There she is!
Taffy.
My gal!
Just about
Love
to say
it! Love
Came
it!
in and just kicked the Aussie door down and just rigged the game again.
Love it!
I actually own a horse called Taffy's Wheel, so I
Love
think
it.
it's got really good breeding too. So
No.
But you know what?
I was
Taffy
just-
has not done as well on my wheel.
Uh,
I'm
I
glad to
was
see
just
her
about
win
to
on my
say-
wheel.
I was just about to say, Taffy, if Dunville wins again, I said we have to give Taffy a horse or something like that, and she bloody won.
There you go. The game listens, or the wheel listens rather. It's got ears.
Love it. Love it.
Let's see. Beer Cake says for race options, game carded races might just need to be carded earlier. I think they card 2 to 3 weeks out, but most enter 4+ weeks out when user bought races are the only options. I guess he's basically asking for the race carder to run earlier.
Okay, I'm not against that.
6 to 8
I have to
weeks
look
out.
into that. Yeah.
I think
Again, it's like remind me of you're not wrong. I'm not arguing your statements. You're not wrong. Let's revisit this once we get a little further, closer to like getting all the other shit done. But no, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Let's see. The double points bonus should stay for first race for the new owner. Double points for the new breed should disappear. Slow the GGG card horse BS. We've kind of done that. I mean, we've kind of slowed the GGG stuff down.
We're trying, with the GGG.
We might actually.
That actually like makes a whole lot of sense. It's like I actually like that concept. Is like give a new owner the opportunity to breed new horses and like get some double points or whatever, but slow it down for like current owners that have been around, but also again, not to slow points down overall for the people that have been around, but like raise them for like horses that they already have. So.
Yeah, you just got to figure out what the definition of new owner is, right? That's the
that gets dicey.
Right.
And again, like I think that I have a very big hope. Mike's big theory bullshit here is that once we get over to the new online version of the game, is like we can figure out how to change the master and sub stable thing, which I absolutely don't like. I think it works, but I don't like I like what it does in practice, but not in theory, which is actually kind of like the absolute opposite of like whatever.
It does some good things and it does some bad things. Is the easiest way to say it.
It makes things hard for players.
It does.
It makes things awfully hard for players. And that's where like as a game designer, I hate what I have to do to the players to circumvent the way that players would cheat the system. So I have to figure out a better way to work.
It's really the only thing that keeps the game economy from just inflating to crazy heights.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing, right? Like if you think Tappet costs a lot of money now, as far as like being a sire, if we removed the sub-stable bit out of it and just let points transfer across wherever, Tappet would skyrocket.
Yeah.
Well, us Aussies, we're actually used to a high inflation rates, so
fair.
We're getting used to it in America too.
Stop boring the crowd and get some stuff away.
All right.
I'm working on a breeding here. Just hang on. So I want to give
Give some cards away.
All right.
Give some cards away.
Oh yeah, I can actually do the cards quickly, but you know what I got to do first?
P.
P. I'm an old man.
Yeah, I can see it all over your face. Not the P, but just the look.
Look, I got the P look. And now I feel like Sheena Easton and Prince. I got the look. I got the look. I'm gonna pee my pants if I don't go.
All right, let's
What
see.
about, hey, Magoo? What about
Yo.
we give away, what's the breeding of your crap Spirit of Boom? We should do that, a breeding of that and give it away.
Oh, I'd have to go find it. The horse's name is Fossil Fuel.
Fossil Fuel, all right, so we can
Yeah,
find.
and given I just started working for an energy company, that might be a really good name.
Yeah, so to Taffy's point, Kim actually had a great idea, which he posted on the forum, about being a mentor for new players. Again, if you are a new player, or even if you're an old player and you need somebody to help, or you want somebody to help you or give you a stable review or something like that, Kim is a pretty good one to do it for you. There's a lot of folks on the forums that will actually give you insight into your horses and whatnot. So yeah, if you're interested and that's something that you want to do or you want to take on, being a mentor is 100% up to you guys. Just got to kind of seek out the newbies.
I think that's where joining a residency that's really active, especially in their own group chats and stuff like that, is really helpful. We're mainly Aussies, but there are a few other players around. So it depends on the time of day that you're in and out of the forums. But for Aussie players, would be a great start. So would Der. And then, you got the Mecca, and I'm not sure about the Simpsters because they're pretty. They have all the top players. I think they've won like 34 stakes races in the last month. So
the ESR is a good one too. ESR Empire State Racing is a really good one.
ASR, yep, plenty of good ones around.
That was who I was a part of for a long time.
I was just looking up that horse. It's not actually. I thought it was Spirit of Boom.
You've dissed Spirit of Boom, mate. You've dissed a good horse and for nothing. It's like,
well, the dam is actually Baby Boom, and that's where I probably got confused. But the sire is actually Denman.
Yeah. There you go. I want you to apologise unreservedly to Spirit of Boom.
Yeah, no.
So,
no,
Beer Keg wants a spin for a BABE sire or breeding. So I guess we're gonna
why not?
spin the damn wheel for a BABE breeding.
Oh.
4 A cards or choice.
Has everyone been muted, or is it just me?
No, I think it's just
no.
No,
or maybe
I
we
thought
just
you were
got
talking
quiet.
and nothing was coming out.
Amir. No, I was typing. You might have heard me typing on the. You might have heard me banging away there, or clicking or whatnot. Amir wins the BABE breeding.
Did Mike get lost or something?
Yeah, probably.
Well,
He's back in his kilt. Mike, do you have a kilt
There
on?
he is.
Huh?
Do you have a kilt on?
No, I have pajamas on. Look. Pajama.
Ah, I got you. It looked like a kilt.
No, they're actually pelicans, like New Orleans Pelicans. I got these
nice.
for Christmas.
Do they have them in the nursing home, or?
I guess I have to do this breeding real quick.
Did we give away some cards?
We gave away a BABE.
BABB?
BABE breeding.
BABE? Who to? What? Oh, was this a card breeding or was it cards?
Card breeding.
Okay.
Amir.
Amir, my guy. Everybody's my guy. Let's be honest. I love everybody.
I believe Amir's from Mauritius, which is kind of in its own time zone.
Yeah, I mean, like, this guy's here all the time. You gotta love this guy.
Yeah, he corrected me because I was completely off apparently last week on my guess on where he was from. So he was nice enough to correct me and tell me in chat. Mauritius. All right, so I have to give myself more cards
Best
to do
wishes.
this.
Franks and Canisius. Mauritius. Best wishes.
What you did miss,
That's
Mike, was Magoo. I said, let's breed his Spirit of Boom, and he found out that it's not a Spirit of Boom, it's a Denman. So he's dissed Spirit of Boom for no apparent reason and just paid out on a horse that has nothing to do with his horse.
But the dam is Baby Boom, okay? So and
Innocent victim.
the people,
The people are giving him
syndication
shit.
company. There's a syndication company that buy nothing but Spirit of Booms, and this is the same syndication company. So I assume that it's probably the dam sire or something, or the dam sire on the filly side.
Fair.
Poor Spirit of Boom. He's going to be sitting in his little paddock there tonight going, Magoo hates me. It's like,
I don't think he's worried about that. I mean, he's probably worried about what he's doing the next morning.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys chat it up for a bit. I gotta figure out what I'm doing.
No, Frank's actually working. Look at this. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it when Frank looks busy instead of me. This is great.
I'm always busy.
Oh,
I've got another breeding to give away. Another breeding I reckon to give away. What about a Frankel by a Dynaformer by a See the Stars?
Mike, what's the
You know,
card?
I'll give that away. I bet I will actually give that away. But I'll tell you what. Frankel, Dynaformer, See the Stars.
Yep.
Okay. You know what? I will go ahead and breed that on my back end to keep people to let Frank, because Frank's doing his thing over here. So we're gonna.
I got it.
Except someone who's
you already
won
got it?
can't win.
No. I mean, I
Someone
got
who's already
what I
won
was doing.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead.
Taffy's not allowed to win.
Taffy's always allowed to win.
Anyone who's had a win.
People hate on Super Taffy. She's amazing. Don't hate on
you guys are giving away good stuff tonight.
Don't hate on my Super Taffy now.
I thought we give away good stuff every night, except when we're dropping epicenters in the chat. Apparently.
Yeah, people hate some episodes. He's become the most higher in the fucking game.
I saw a commercial for him today.
An epicenter commercial?
Yeah, for his stud fee or whatever, for his stud or services or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
How much is he?
I don't remember. That's how much I was paying attention.
$12?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
All right. B. Where's E?
All right.
E.
So what were we talking? What was the breeding? Frankel?
Frankel, Dynaformer, See the Stars.
All right, I gotta buy these horses. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give this tonight. This is gonna be good. Oh, what a night! Late December back in '63.
Did this breed?
What a feat!
Yeah, if you spin the wheel and someone comes up that's won, it's a respin until we get someone who hasn't won it. That's what I reckon.
We can't do that. This is like the best thing we're giving away of the night. You can't do that to somebody who won like some shit fucking sire.
What are we giving away?
Right?
Sorry,
we're giving away like a Frankel, Dynaformer, See the Stars. I'm breeding. I'm like getting these horse. I'm getting this sire shares bred. So.
Shit. You're breeding that one now. Are you doing it out of E-test case?
Yeah, that's what I'm up to.
All right, so this is Amir's horse. This is what it turned out to be. This is a BABE.
This is what it turned out to be.
Practical joke, Dubawi. Dance silly.
Oh, that's nice.
Dan Silly.
Good horse, yeah.
Very nice horse. Congratulations,
I
Amir.
think that's a little better than BABE.
Think
I
so?
think it's more, yeah. What else we got?
Shit, I lost my
I
spot.
reckon we should do a clone of one of the better horses in the sim. I just got to find one.
Spice Turtle.
Oh yeah.
I had a really bad story with Spice Turtle. I actually thought I might have had a horse that could have beaten it at the clinics.
But you didn't.
No, it ran last.
Could have.
It won 3 Group 1s and ran last.
I remember that time I almost like hooked up with a hot girl at the bar. I didn't do it, but I had a chance because
I
we
was
were in the
there.
same bar together.
I was at the dance.
I was there. I mean, I was close. I was closer than anybody that wasn't at the bar that night.
I almost had you. Another 34 links, and I'd have been there.
I was close, man.
All right. That got sent to Amir. All right. That's taken care of.
Ooh, okay. So I've got one here called Parish C, who is the overall leader of the rankings. It is See the Stars, Tap It, Sadler's Wells.
That's not a bad one.
And it's owned by Winterset.
All right. So we're rebreeding that one. Or we're breeding that one.
What's the other? There was one years ago. It was Horseshoe Bay, I think. What was that? I can't remember what that was.
Oh yeah,
by.
Horseshoe Bay was solid.
What was that by? I can't remember now.
I don't know, but I'm gonna guess the sire's probably dead by now.
Fair chance. You can reenact. You can bring him back. So
as far as the guy you hate in the sim, Mike, the consensus is it's me.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
I am wearing an orange hoodie. I believe that was we addressed that. Let's see.
I hate no one in the sim. Let's be honest.
Wrong Turn was a good movie. I like that movie.
Actually,
Why are we
that's not-
talking about Wrong
we
Turn
haven't
the
discussed
movie?
any movies tonight.
I know. I did.
Oh, let's talk movies. What's your guys' favorite movie? Give me what's your favorite movie, guys?
Ooh, favorite movie. So, always love a good comedy. So, but it's a thing in Australia. Everybody loves Shawshank Redemption as a movie. Like everybody
Really?
loves that movie.
It's a great movie.
It's a fantastic
No.
film. What about absolute favorite movie? I don't know. Oh, huge Top Gun fan, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. Everyone, if you don't like Top Gun, you can't be here.
That's where my gamer tag comes from.
Yeah. Okay. Did you on that? Did you like Maverick? As well?
Not as much as the first one. I thought the new one was just Mission Impossible with airplanes.
No, I loved the link. I just loved how they linked it all to the old one with all the different things. Like, I thought they did it really well.
Yeah,
still not as good, but
some of the callback stuff was pretty good. But the whole like the action sequence at the end, I guess it was entertaining, but it was just kind of like, all right, this isn't really real. So
if you have to say a comedy film I like that, and then I don't know if anyone else likes this sort of stuff, but I just love that movie Kingpin with the 10-pin bowling. I love it.
Kingpin's amazing.
It's Bill Murray in that movie, and even was it Randy Quaid as well? Just love it.
That's one of my top 10 movies of all time. Absolutely.
I watched.
What about you, Meg?
Go ahead, Magoo.
So when it comes, everyone says Shawshank Redemption, but I actually think there's a better prison movie. It's called Midnight Express. It was made in the 80s, and it is unbelievable. But my favourite movie is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
It's a good movie.
Clint Eastwood.
Best prison movie from the 80s. Tango and Cash.
Midnight Express. Absolutely fantastic.
Tango and Cash.
No.
Tango and Cash.
Just a cheesy 80s movie. It's definitely not the best prison
bad,
movie.
But it wasn't.
Excuse me.
Now, Chips is actually saying there is an Australian movie. It's called Bad Boy Bubby.
No.
Maybe on Netflix if you've got the Australian version. It is the most interesting movie.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Absolutely not.
I have no part in this. I am not authorising this movie.
This is all Chips, all right? So he sent through Bad Boy Bubby. If anyone watches it, it is one of the strangest movies you'll ever see in your entire life. And, yeah, just don't let the kids watch it because it's not pretty.
What about that one from New Zealand, Bad Taste, I think it's called. Have you ever seen that one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, don't that's bad too. Literally, the name is it's horrible.
I do remember there was a New Zealand movie called Once Were Warriors.
That's good. That's a good
which
one.
was a really good movie, but it's can be hard to watch at times though too. So, but yeah, I don't watch many Kiwi movies.
What was the breeding? Was it? Oh, sorry.
No,
was
go
it
ahead, what were you
Frankel Dinoform to See the Stars?
Yeah.
That's it.
It was. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Sorry.
Frankel Dinoform to See the Stars.
I watched a crazy movie. Well, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Don't watch it with the kids. It's called Unthinkable with Samuel L. Jackson.
Don't watch it with the kids.
It's about terrorists and like the lengths that, I guess in this case, the United States would go to find out where like a nuke is in the States. It's a really good movie. If you haven't seen
What was it called, Frank?
it's called Unthinkable.
What was it called? Unthinkable. Okay, Write it down. Have a look. Another one I like is Enemy at the Gates. I don't know if you've seen that one, the sniper movie. Yeah, I love that one. That's just a really good film. It ends. I don't like the end as much, but it's like it.
3Ds wins.
The actual
3Ds win, or I guess Super Taffy too. 3Ds and Super Taffy, they win Best Prison Movie with Con Air.
No.
Yes. Cyrus the damn virus, man. Come on.
It was okay. I mean, I'm not saying, but I mean, come on.
That's a great movie. I mean,
there are a few Aussie movies being mentioned at the moment. Romper Stomper with Russell
Stomper,
Crowe.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Breaker Morant was a great movie, great Aussie movie, especially it was around the set around the Boer War, with in South Africa, probably a bit before World War One. Was a great movie as well. What else we got? We got Pulp Fiction's being mentioned.
Dingo says best Aussie action movie is, excluding Mad Max, is Stone.
I haven't seen that one for some reason.
I haven't seen that one. No.
I've never heard of it.
I always loved. I was into the flying movies. I loved Memphis Belle as well. That was another favourite I used to watch all the time. Still love that film.
Maddie just had to ask what BK's favorite movie is. Anything with Peter North.
What do you guys think about Mr. In Between?
Mr. What?
Mr. In Between.
That was a great show. I love that show.
Yeah. I love that show, and it had like a movie like early on, like before the show even.
So there's a few things, like with Australia, we are lucky because we get our own shows, we get American shows, and we get British shows.
Yeah, okay.
So all the comedy classics from Great Britain in the 70s, 80s, 90s, all the Benny Hills and all that kind of stuff.
If they're allowed to be put on TV anymore.
Yeah. Well, there's quite a few like racial shows that like Mind Your Language and Love Thy Neighbour that used to be on in the 70s and 80s, and you couldn't put them on TV now.
Right.
Even Kingswood Country.
Yep, leave your money on the fridge is what he'd say when go and get a beer out of the fridge. Don't forget to leave your money on it.
There's a I think it's an Australian show. It was called it was like about special ops guys, and it was like a reality show. It was like SAS something. You guys familiar with that?
SAS Australia, yep.
Yeah, I think that was it. With the guy, the main guy, his name was Ant something or other. I can't remember his last name.
I never watched it though.
Yeah. They tried to duplicate it over here in the States, and it's not. They didn't get the same like it wasn't received the same way. I mean, I loved it. I thought it was a great concept, but it just didn't get picked up the way that it did over there.
I see Chips has said the castle or the castle, however you want to pronounce it. You guys would have seen that, surely.
What was it?
The castle or the castle? I don't say different. It depends where you live.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
But do yourself a favour. You might not get the humour, but it's very funny. It's about a family where the government wants to the developers want to take over his house to expand the airport, and he takes it to court. Basically, the man's home is his castle, they call it. So it's look it up. It's very, very funny. If you can get it, you need to watch it. You might need an Aussie to interpret some of it for you, but it's very, very funny.
I was actually watching YouTube the other night as well. There was an American lady did a review on a movie called Chopper. and she was horrified by what she saw. But Chopper is an actual real person who used to live here in Melbourne, and he was a gangster basically, and just the way he'd kill people, he cut his own ears off to get out of the prison because the people inside the prison actually wanted to kill him. So he says they wouldn't let him out. So he said the only way I can get out of here is he chopped his own ears off, and it actually happened in real life. So
Really?
but it's a really good Australian film.
No cash here.
So this is
Right.
for the Frankel breeding.
Yeah, here we
I
go.
spun the wheel while you guys were talking. Tis Juliet, who has won a Tappet share already. He's cleaning up pretty nicely, or she.
Yes.
Very nice. Congratulations. And then we got a See the Stars Tappet Sadler's Wells that we're going to give away here. Let me make sure I'm caught up on this. There's a couple more I need to get in here. NY Cowboy and Hack.
Geez, I reckon you might have to get some more Aussies on this podcast to give away all the good stuff.
It's like
All
Christmas,
the good
isn't
stuff.
Anytime you guys want, man. I told you, all we got to do is coordinate.
Up to 49 in the chat too.
Yeah, we're picking up
See,
steam.
that's the thing is like we give
They're
away
saying what we're
shit.
giving away.
People are in here.
They heard what
2
we were
hours
giving
and
away.
10 minutes in, and we got the highest crowd.
Yeah. They heard we were giving away some good shit, and then that's what happens. They
Hot shit.
started at 46, and now we're here. So
No, we started at 40 or 39, and then we said we get to 46, and we got to 46. Now we're at 49. This is like, yeah, we're shooting overboard here.
oh, thank you. Oh. All right, so we got one more to give away here. This is the See the Stars Tappet Sadler's Wells.
Frank's actually starting to look worse by the second.
I am getting
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
dying
he's
to
losing it, man. You know what?
I'm starting
Everybody
to
give
fade.
Frank some credit, man. He's like, he actually like told me yesterday. He's like, I'm sick as fuck. I don't know if I can do this, or like it may have been this morning, but no, it was yesterday. He's like, I'm fucked, and he's like, yeah, I can pull this off. So yeah, it's like, he's fucking highballing it up in here, man. Give Frank some props.
The mute doesn't make any difference, really? Oh shit, I'm an idiot. I have to mute it on the fucking on the microphone, not the Zoom. Sorry guys, my brain's not working right. Thanks, Rathbeard. I appreciate you letting me know 2 hours later. No, seriously, I appreciate it. So Don't Bet on Me actually won that See the Stars Tappet Sadler's Wells. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. Now, do we have, let's see, we've given away 4 A cards or a breeding of choice for Dunville for the 000s. We have Amir, who won the Bay breeding, which I already gave him. Tis Juliet won a Tappet. Kimuggle won Zoostar. Dunville Downs won Deepfield. Rathbeard won Fastnet Rock. Dunville won Animo by I Am Invincible by Flying Spur. CV Bear won Justify. Super Taffy won I Am Invincible by No Nay Never by Red Out's Choice. Tis Juliet won Frankel by Dinoformer by See the Stars. And Don't Bet on Me won See the Stars by Tappet by Sadler's Wells. Was there anything else we wanted to give away?
Sounds like a pretty good haul.
No, I think we've got to do one Spirit of Boom Horse and call it Magoo's an asshole or something like that. Like,
Magoo's an asshole or something like that. I love it.
Spirit of Magoo.
Orphan asshole. There you go.
Spirit of Magoo. There you go. Make it. Yeah. There you go. That's Spirit of Boom by Flying Spur by what's something else to. What's a good damn sire for it?
Rhodes.
Who was
Rhodes.
Who was the DS?
What
that
about we'll use Lonro as Lonro's just recently
All right.
passed away as well.
Oh, I love Lonro.
All right, there you go. So Spirit of Boom.
Thanks for the suggestion to Bazals.
Awesome. What was the DS? Sorry.
Flying Spur for Jono.
Oh, Flying Spur.
Jono, where's Jono?
That's what the name of the horse is going to be.
Where's Jono?
Where's Jono?
Where's Jono?
You should call it Griffith Police Station.
Do the guests get
or
free?
just chicken man.
Jono's Chicken Shack.
Hungover.
Do the guests get free epicenter shares? No, the guests actually get any 2 sire shares that they choose. That's what the guests get. Plus, they get a nice little credit payout.
So if you guys want to show up
Yeah.
in our stream, well, you
Be
get all kinds
budgies.
of pretty cool shit.
Yeah, we give away some good stuff.
The only thing we ask, you got to be fun, and even if you're not fun, we'll like carry you because we're fucking amazing.
I was gonna say we.
And-
I love the modesty there.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Secondly, you just got to be on stream. You got to be a face and a voice. That's all we care about.
Then you get 1 justify, not 2. You just 1. Let's
That's
see.
one.
Yeah, the free shares is something that we started recently, I think. I can't remember how long ago. I think it was sometime this month I started it. But yeah, I started giving away credits plus free shares, and it's just worked out.
Who won?
Alright.
Is it B Budgies?
Yeah, B Budgies won. Sorry, did I not say that? Sorry, B Budgies.
Another Aussie player?
You get Spirit of Boom by Flying Spur by Lonro.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Frank's sick as fuck. We all let him go.
Yeah, I'm fighting it.
Thank you, Frank, for Frank is
Toughing it
Frank
out.
was barely capable.
I was dead
tonight.
yesterday. I couldn't get out of bed yesterday. Just to put it in perspective, I didn't wake up till like 1:30. I think when I text you, Mike, is when I got up. But my boss, apparently I had a meeting with my boss yesterday that I completely missed because I slept through it. So got all kinds of
Nice.
messages like, where are you? This and that. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, I was supposed to be up for this. So
I
yeah.
love how Lindsay Park's flexing over here. Look at him. He's got his arm. And he's like, I'm a big dude. I'm a tough guy.
Trying to plug my iPad in, it's nearly flat.
Look at this motherfucker up in here.
Dunwell,
It's funny, when he's on his keyboard, he's nothing but a Karen. It's like, it just keeps on going and going and going. Trying to stir the pot.
Look at my arm.
Almost got
I'm
it.
a tough guy. Look, I'm Popeye up in this bitch.
Cock D's.
Doing the big Papa pump. There you go.
Love it.
Let's see. Dingo was tap it into mischief. Kerwin got it. Yeah, most of the time, guys, if you write something in this chat, in the Twitch chat, I don't carry it over. So make sure if you win something, you tell me either in the forums or through PM or send me a message on Slack, just because it's easier for me to organize that way. But I got it. Tap it into mischief. Curlin for Dunville. That was his triple whatever. Winning.
Triple whatever winning.
Yep, 000 winning. Let's see. So you're saying you're full time with DerbyFever after a missed meeting? No,
I wish.
My job. My job still needs me a lot more than Mike does right now. So.
Oh, I need Frank a lot more than his job needs him. We just can't afford Frank right now because, he requires a salary.
I do require a salary. That's the only way I can keep doing these streams.
Yeah, I mean, we would love to have Frank full time, but even I'm not full time here. So, but between the two of us, we're super part time.
I can't do Jack Daniels, but I'll do Maker's Mark. I haven't had Jack
If
Daniels.
you please.
I haven't had Jack Daniels in a long time.
Fuck a bunch of Jack Daniels. I'm all beer. I'm all beer all the time. I'm all class, baby.
Yeah.
I think Frank, you actually really need some spirits right now, and get something, some scotch or something into you.
Yeah, my
Give me a
wife.
bit of
Bourbon.
I'm about to go.
Scotch and one beer.
I'm about to go down half a bottle of NyQuil just so I can sleep tonight. So that's
Hey, you know what? That's more alcoholic than anything we're gonna offer.
Those are my spirits for the evening. Beers for
Canadian
sure, guys. Whiskeys for gentlemen. So what if you're both? Because I definitely pound the beers, but then I get the whiskey too.
Whiskey.
I'm actually less of a gentleman when I drink whiskey than I am when I drink beer. So, as evidenced by the streams. Let's see.
Are you a bit of a chucker, are you, Frank?
A bit of a what? I'm sorry.
A chucker, or
What?
someone that's a puker?
Oh no, not at all.
No.
Nope. Nope. Let's see. The last time I puked from drinking was probably 10 years ago, and it was
Really?
Yeah, it was because I mixed, and I mixed bad. I mixed like vodka. I started with vodka, and then I finished with like these thick double stout beers. Oh God, it was terrible. And I remember I ended up crashing. This is a great story. I ended up crashing on my buddy's couch, and I woke up at like, I don't know, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and started puking in his kitchen sink.
Why? I got one worse.
And then I left. Hold on, it
Oh,
gets
worse.
better. I left.
I don't think it's better.
Oh, it gets a lot better. If anybody's
Sure
familiar
does.
with Florida, there's a road like in Fort Lauderdale called 441, and it's a pretty busy road. And it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I went and I called my ex-wife at the time, and told her I needed her to come pick me up. We were still married at this point, but I told her I needed her to come pick me up,
Oh, no,
and I
so-
literally sat out on the main road, like on the curb, with my feet just off the curb, sitting there waiting for my wife to come, or my ex-wife to come pick me up. I could have been thrown in jail so easily for like drunk and disorderly if a cop just drove by. They would have got me like nothing. That's my bad puke story. Go ahead and tell us yours, Miguel.
America, fuck yeah.
Indeed, that's luck.
Look, I used to play competition darts, just in the local pubs and stuff like that. We won the grand final. Yeah, we won the grand final, and I think there was 5 of us. We drank 6 bottles of scotch between us, and
Fuck.
I ended up at my uncle's place on a little mattress in the lounge room, and I threw up and slept in it for about 5 hours. I got up and I walked out, and my auntie's sitting at the kitchen table, and she says, "What's that all over your face?" And by then it was all dry, and it was really
Oh
Yeah.
God.
What are the numbers on the screen now? How many people are still watching?
47.
5, 1, 0.
Oh. Oh yeah.
I can't drink anymore, so there you go.
Liquor before beer, you're in the clear, is a huge myth.
No, it's a beer then wine. That's fine. Wine then beer. Oh dear.
I'll hook you up, Dingo. I'll give you, since you pointed it out, I'll give you the tap it into mischief curling as well.
Ask me about throwing up in a strip bar. Not tonight.
To be continued, everybody.
It happened.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I fell asleep in a strip club. I got so damn drunk. Like at the bar, fell asleep.
They might have also threw up over a. No, I didn't. Another guy threw up like on the 18th story of Club La Vila. Or right next to Club La Vila. It was like a hotel next.
This stream took quite the turn. It went from talking about the game to movies to to your best puke story.
The thing is,
I tore my meniscus later that night falling out of a truck. So there you go.
Oh, I thought that was going to end with you falling out of a tree.
No, I fell out of a truck. I tried to like step out of a truck and I yeah, it was what it was.
Michael actually like this, that from my actual puke story, all I could remember was that I was thinking about Bon Scott, because Bon Scott actually died from choking on his own puke in the car, and I just thought, just get it out of your mouth. And that was, I don't recommend.
Bon Scott, still the best AC/DC. Easily.
Tiz Juliet has the best story. I once paid for a lap dance for my boyfriend, and he threw up on the dancer.
Oh! Ouch.
Oh,
Not good.
God.
Not good.
You gotta like a girl to go to a strip club too.
Believe it or not, I was actually friends with most of the people in the strip club. so they kind of took good care of me. They did throw me out, but they took care of me. So I didn't
I
lose
was
my
good
wallet.
friends with most of the guys in the strip club.
No, the girls. The
How
bartender.
did that happen?
Well, the bartenders.
That is for another stream.
Yep, we'll do that one on a different stream.
Yes.
That might be
But
on
we've
the
got to let the
OnlyFans stream.
Aussies go at some point.
We gotta
It's
let
almost
me go.
10. It's
Gotta
almost
let me-
11 your time.
Yeah, gotta
10
let
my
me
We
go.
can stay all day.
I was gonna
So
say they're
we,
good right now. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, Frank's. I'm half drunk. Frank hasn't drank anything because he's like sick as fuck.
No, I'm about to. I was thinking about even pounding some brandy just to try and clear up my sinuses, but I don't think with NyQuil tonight it's probably not going to be a good idea. So
I can't believe there's still 45 people watching and we're not giving anything away.
it's going down.
It's the Aussies, man. You guys are amazing. We love the Aussies.
Indeed.
If you want to laugh, you get me to stand up in a minute. I've hurt my back. I've done a sciatic nerve in my back, so I think I'm stuck to the chair now. I don't think I can get up.
Well, I don't envy you. I've messed my back up in the past. I know how painful that can be.
Oh, it's not good.
All right, well, we're gonna call it there, guys. I appreciate everybody joining tonight. If you won a prize, we'll try to get it out to you tomorrow, depending on how I feel. And then
depending on how Frank feels.
If I don't wake up at
he is not
2:30
well.
in the
People,
afternoon again.
Give Frank huge props for showing up tonight because like he's not 100%. I don't know if you can tell that because he seemed 100% on the stream.
Taffy told me like I was gonna throw up earlier, so she sent me a nice little message. She's like, "Go get some ginger ale. You look you're gonna puke." Anyways, guys, we much appreciate it. Big thanks to Magoo and Lindsay Park for joining. F you, Jono, for sticking us up. Just kidding. Love you, Jono. Hope everything's all right, buddy.
No, double fingers, Jono. There you go.
There you disappointed, Mike. But we're out this bitch. Stay tuned. I may reach out to a couple of you guys for help in the very near future for the stuff that Mike had brought up earlier in the stream. But
huge help.
Yep.
If you get a message from Frank, yes. If you want to help me, huge help. Love you for it.
Absolutely. We'll take care of you on creds too. So but yeah. Magoo, any last words?
Thanks everyone, and get well soon, Frank.
Thank you.
You're not a soft cock.
I'm glad I lost that moniker. Any last words, Matt?
No, thanks, guys. It's been fun. I said happy to do it again anytime.
Absolutely.
Yes, like Magoo said, get well. But, there's no show without Frank.
I mean, there could be, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we need to do more of these. We need to do more of these Saturday night Aussie things because Australian contingent, our second biggest contingent. Love it.
I will say this: next Saturday is obviously Derby Day.
It is.
We are probably going to be live, or at least I may be live for a good part of the day.
I'll be live for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike will probably join. So when Mike joins. Exclamation point! Join.
Don't.
But well, if anybody wants to be on with us next Saturday, just shoot me a message and we'll figure it all out and coordinate it. But I'm probably gonna be on at some point during the day because I plan on betting that day. So you'll see me with my picks and we'll watch races together. I'll give shit away. The same kind of stuff that we did for the Breeders' Cup, where we gave away breedings for the actual winning horses in real life for the big races. So, but Mike, any last words?
No, I mean literally just thank everybody again. I always say this, so it's like it falls on deaf ears. But literally thank everybody. Got a whole bunch of shit going on in the background you guys don't know about. I've talked about it. Thank you for putting up with our shit.
Yes.
I mean, we really want to make this game want to make it everything you want it to be. It's just difficult. It's tough. It's hard. It's a lot of time, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And you know what? Thank you for your patience because I think we're getting there better every year. every week, every month, whether you know it or not, we're getting there. So thank you. That's all I was saying.
All right. Well, we love you guys. Thanks again for joining, and we'll catch you all in the next one. See you on the forums and this. Oh, last thing before I go. Vote on the Equinix theme. The post is in the forums.
Yes.
Only got 23 votes so far, so...
Only 23 votes?
That's it. We got 18 residencies with 23 votes. Go figure.
I can spam that. I can win this. Can I like make a new thing? I want to put UFC fighters or some just like weird shit in there.
Well, we already have the themes picked out. We're just doing the voting for those themes right now. So.
I was gonna cheat it.
I know you were. That's why I didn't tell you.
Damn it.
Why didn't we get wrestlers? It should have been the Ric Flair. We needed the Ric Flair.
That would have been a good one. There's always the next one. Next time.
But Jerry Lawler.
Funny to get drunker and drunker every second as we go on.
Right now,
Absolutely.
Right now, it's tied at 80s movies and real life Derby winners are tied for the lead right now. So,
80s movies is in there?
80s movies, man.
I definitely got to go 80s movies.
I would totally much rather have wrestlers in there.
Me too. But there's always the next one. All right, so everybody have a good night. We'll catch you on the forums, the Slack chat, the Discord, the streams, wherever the hell we hang out with you. Have a good one.